And he's so bored he's drawing the knight right, reading a paper. So yes.
Oh, splendid.
That's me.
Oh, sorry, it's Tom.
Carry on, Tom. Very good.
It's a good
And somebody's drawn the bird having a poop.
That was Tom too.
That was also me.
This is
Yeah, I
all
was gonna
Tom.
say,
No,
he
please
drew the
carry
Tom.
on, Tom.
He
By
painted
all
the Tom.
means.
He drew the Tom. Tom. He drew the Tom shitting first. Yeah, I'll go with that.
He drew the Tom. Good work. You word many good, yes.
Tom
All
do
right
Tom.
then. Who can tell me what happened last week then?
I remember that I really enjoyed the session.
You did. Thank you. But do you know what happened?
I can't
We
really
went
remember
to
what
the
happened.
town
We went
of
to-
Brimhaven.
Ah, yes.
You did.
We
You
went
went to
to
the town of
Barry.
Brimhaven.
We're selling
We-
shoes or something.
We met
Hugh.
Two-shoed Lou.
Louis.
Oh.
Louis. We met
Two-shoed
Man with
Lou.
Two Shoes. We went to the caves somewhere, and we.
There's a
tracked down
diamond mine
bunch of-
underneath.
Diamond mine with the actual diamonds in it. Apart from
Yep.
Yeah.
unless you ask the kobolds or the
mining.
goblins.
Mm-hmm.
And then we met a bunch of would-be pirates who were actually cobblers in disguise.
The footmen.
Indeed, you encountered
They-
the footmen.
they-
Thank you, Ed.
They were busy industriously building the heaviest, stubbiest ship ever made with 40 cannons on it. But they
Indeed.
couldn't get it out. They couldn't get it out of the cave they were in. So we encouraged the goblins to dig out the entrance so they could get it
Kobolds.
out. Kobolds and goblins.
Kobolds and goblins, yep.
And then I cannot remember. They needed us to do something.
They
Oh,
need
well,
to
they
get-
haven't got. They haven't
We
got any
need to
gunpowder.
get we need to get gunpowder and a way to
They have
get the
loads of
boat out of
cannonballs.
those.
But
We
we,
sorted-
have
we
all
sorted
their
the-
shoes.
We did take all their shoes in return to keep Two-Shoed Louis happy.
Indeed. Very good,
We
very
haven't
good.
yet
Not to
returned the
mention,
shoes.
Dan also killed a
Dan
child.
did murder a child. Yeah.
Yeah,
I
let's
was
not
hoping that no one would
skip
raise
over
that
that.
again.
I don't
Let's
think
not
we
forget
can,
this
Dan. I'm
event.
afraid it's now an integral part of the lore. So
And
sorry to
Tom,
leave.
you sketch on somewhere roughly whereabouts the
Don't do it.
corpses
Where the corpse is,
child that Dan killed.
I'm assuming
he
it's in the
left
barn,
it in
yeah.
the caves. He didn't.
Oh,
he didn't
yeah,
do
it
anything
was,
with
yeah.
it. He just
Just
took his
pissed off
knife
to the
back
force
and left
field.
it. So.
I didn't even
I-
take my knife back because it was a psychic.
Oh, you saying you left your knife? Oh, yeah, it was a psychic knife, wasn't it? Right. Okay.
Can
Fair
we
enough.
can we
Yep.
get his character renamed as Court Infant's Bane?
Infant's Bane. I think when you've murdered one child, you're not quite Infant's Bane. As soon as you
Tell that-
murder like
tell that
2
to a
or
fucking
3,
infant.
well,
Infant
I think-
Bane.
I think one, it can
Infant
be a
Bane, yeah,
mistake.
just
If
the
you kill
singular,
more than
Infant
one,
Bane.
now we're starting to get into a problem. Of course, if you
I-
knew the name of the child, you could be like Will's Bane or something like that. But
You didn't
Oh,
take
well.
time to.
no, he didn't take the time. Court
we have a-
Oopsie Daisy.
We have the technology to find that out. We've got a spell like Speak the Dead. Can we find out his name?
I
I don't know. Do any of you guys have a spell? Speak the Dead.
I think.
I do
Oh
not.
no, I think it's
Oh,
next
cool.
level. I get it.
Oh, what a
I-
shame.
I will
might have to
happily pay to learn it.
I might
I
have
don't have it yet. It's 3rd level.
How long does it work for? Is it going to be a case of if we haven't got it now, we won't get it at all?
I don't know the spell off the top of my head. I think it has to be used on a
Uh,
recently dead corpse.
That's
isn't
what it is.
Uh,
I had it prepared because spoilers. I'm going
Hang
to
on,
take
I got
it.
that thing, didn't I?
Let's have a look.
No, the corpse will still have
it
a mouth
lasts
and can't
10
be undead.
minutes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so as
So,
long as it's got a mouth and he's not
As long
undead.
as it still has a mouth, you've left the corpse in a cool, dry place. So
It says the
no.
spell fails if the corpse was the target of this spell. Oh, right. Yeah, that's fine. Sorry.
Yeah.
Wait, we could just ask one of the footmen.
Don't fucking draw attention to the dead child by asking around for the child's name, just to then refer to me as that.
Hey, what happened to that? Oh, that's
Yeah,
crazy. We just saw this
a kid
kid.
in the entrance. Did he? Was he around? What was he? Who was he? He's in.
All that's going to happen here is that
Yeah,
we
being
draw
close
attention to it,
friends, family.
and then we're going to have to fight a bunch of people to get away.
That sounds fine with me. I like killing
Yeah,
people.
that's fine.
We are.
You like
Dan,
killing people, perfectly fine. I kill one child and suddenly I'm a monster.
Look, Dan.
Killed a
I-
child, Dan. That's hard to kind of moral
I'm
your way
chaotic
around.
evil. What were you expecting?
No,
I
I'm
open-
very
I
pleased.
openly, Cool openly admits that he is not a good person. He acts on impulses. He has no intelligence. However, he has a sense of right and wrong. It's just very twisted. But Killing children is on the wrong side of his twisted fence of right and wrong.
Court is really struggling to give a fuck about that. About what Court thinks.
Oh dear.
Honestly, at this point, I think you should just be fearing the fact that Cool's powered by his own sense of self-belief,
I
and
know.
he keeps rolling that 20s.
I know. This is like
That 20s. His self-belief is very strong.
his like a
What?
DM's blessing.
I swear I've not given him anything.
Yeah.
All right. So
What spell do we need to talk to the dead?
Speak with dead.
speak with dead. Yeah.
Dead.
What's the
could just
spell
start with-
you use to speak with the dead?
The
What?
Talking
Yeah.
Dead one.
I'm just taking the piss, Tom. Don't worry.
I know.
We could just ask.
I think
Can
asking
I
is
ask,
a
can
bad
I ask
idea.
you around Brimhaven? If anyone
But
has
you're
any
not
name of
quite
child?
at Brimhaven yet.
All right,
I think
sorry.
asking around for the child is a bad idea.
Usually.
You know what's worse
usually.
idea? Murdering him out of hand.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Lots
that's
of
the thing,
things are
that's
bad
fair.
ideas. Yeah.
Ooh.
But
I'm
just
just glad it was
in a
Dan, because
plot
Ragnar was-
point.
gonna jump down that hole and kill that kid.
Yeah, but only Ragnar knows that.
Yeah.
Also, he's essentially a wild animal. Like, no, he doesn't have. All he has is instincts. So,
Mm.
like, Court made a knowing choice.
Oh dear.
What do you mean? I did it on reflex.
What, you threw a knife on reflex into
Yeah.
a child running away from you?
Court got hit in the eye by something bigger than him, so
No.
he just threw a knife after it.
Into a hole in the ground?
After a
You
yeah,
opened the fucking trapdoor,
yeah,
felt something hit your eye, and then on reflex just threw a knife or whatever was in the hole.
yes.
To be fair, I also did specifically tell him he saw a child running away with a sling.
There you go. So you. know
So he
exactly
did
what
have
you
the opportunity not to. Anyway,
You told me
regardless.
it was a child, but Court just sees someone significantly taller than him.
Yeah, but he's not a fucking idiot. He knows what children look like.
You don't know what his intelligence is.
You d-
Yeah,
I'm
he
willing
knows
to bet,
exactly
sir.
what kobold children look like.
Yeah.
I'm willing to bet.
How
It's
dare you
more than
assume my
Cool's.
idiocy?
Dan, what's his intelligence?
Intelligence is 10.
Average intelligence is enough to recognize a fucking human child. He can understand the concept. of
Debatable.
race.
Yeah, well,
Well, we
would you
continue arguing my
recognise
character's
a,
motivation later, shall we?
Yeah, would you recognise a dragonborn child though? Like, you know,
Yeah.
if they just looked like a dragon person, like, oh,
Cool. I mean, by height, yes, because they're roughly the same proportions as humans.
well, maybe.
Also,
Anyway,
I
it
don't
could be
mind
a
at all.
kobold.
Moving on before we reach the inevitable point, which is where we argue if it was self-defense to kill the child.
Stand your ground.
Stand your fucking.
We've got to go
ground.
back to Tushud Lu.
Well, you're heading back to Tushud Lu now. You're on the road out of the kind of old farmland. You're heading kind of back towards the town.
Road again.
Heading along the road again, indeed. And ahead of you on the road, you see a hunched figure. He stood
Cool.
clearly staking his claim in the middle of the road just after a turn off. And he's
Cool.
clearly waiting for someone.
Cole will draw his halberd.
Nugget's just going to run up to him. Say, oi.
Okay then, alright, Nugget is running up to
What's all
him.
this then?
Just going to say, oi. Oi.
Call is drawing a sword. Anybody want to roll a stealth check before Nugget
Yeah, halberd.
immediately... Yeah, halberd, sorry. Yes. Alright, roll some stealth checks
Yeah.
if you're going to try and sneak.
Nugget's not sneaking. Nugget's running up to this guy.
Nah.
Uh-huh.
We're
Yeah.
such a bunch of arseholes.
And he's not gonna hit it yet. He's just running up, and he's like, "Oi, oi!"
Okay, alright then.
This
So,
Right.
Does he run or hop?
a little of both, I
Uh,
think.
Yeah, he kind of like hop runs.
Does he hop from foot to foot?
No, yeah, actually, yeah, that's a good image.
Nope.
Yeah,
Like
he,
a
hop,
little,
he hops from foot to foot really
like a
quickly,
little,
really
like a little
quickly.
prancing prick.
and
Almost
yeah,
like
and he's
a
like,
run
"Oi,
or something.
oi, prick, what are you doing?"
I've got this image of him. He gets to the person. He's just standing in front of him, hopping from foot to foot.
I've
Like,
entirely
"Wee-oo."
forgotten how Nugget.
Alright, while you
sounded.
have this argument, I'll be 2 seconds.
I think
Carry on.
Nugget was like Joe Pesci, I think originally.
I don't think
Imagine.
Nugget had a voice, did he?
I
As
think
such?
Nugget did sound like Joe Pesci.
He's not the
Yeah.
first character.
No,
Hey.
I know Gitz sounded like Joe Pesci.
Gitz was actually based on Joe Pesci.
Yeah.
specifically
that's-
Leon gets from Lethal Weapon.
No,
See, I haven't
Nugget,
seen anything weapon.
Nugget just sounds like a
Oh, his
New
name was
York
Gitz.
piece of shit.
Yeah. Joe Pesci in Lethal Weapon is more smarmy, like buddy character, rather than like
Insane gangster.
psychotic, gangster, like he is in basically everything else.
Alrighty then. So before we get into too much Joe Pesci debates, Court, you slip yourself just off the road and kind of crouch down in some shrubbery there. Nugget, you run up towards the hunched over figure, and I'm really hoping this doesn't share too much stuff when I show this to you, so fingers crossed. Ahead of you, you see a hunched over man holding up a lantern. He's got a bag on his back, and you see quite clearly he's wearing one shoe.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Yeah, only
Also
see his
said-
picture
Okay, you only see the picture, thank God.
and the
Right.
name.
The
And
first
the
thing,
name's
that,
Auto
first thing
Ted,
that Nugget's going to do, he's going to hop up to him, shout "Oi!" and then he's going to jump up,
yeah.
and with his baseball bat, he's just going to try and smash his lantern.
Okay. Roll me an
Is
attack.
he a hob? What is he? He's got a webbed foot.
Bugbear.
The fuck is? Bugbears don't have webbed feet.
I don't fucking know. Just chucking an idea out there. Jesus.
What do you want me to roll?
An attack roll, please.
Let's not get him.
It's a 23, and
then we'll talk to him.
all right. So he attempts to move his lantern back, but you've already accounted for it, and your cunt's maul just crashes into it and shatters the whole thing all over the floor. He kind of falls back a bit and goes, "Oh fucking hell!
Yep.
Oh,
What you doing?
fellas, my name is Four-Toed Ted. I followed you from Two Shoed Lou's place, but I'm not that quick on my foot, you see. See, I know what Two Shoed Lou sent you to go and get. And you see, at the moment, Two Shoed Lou controls all the shoes. But why doesn't Four-Toed Ted control all the shoes, you see? Give them to me. And we'll make a deal, lads. I'm a humble businessman bringing a proposition to you. As he tries to flash your winning smile, and you notice he's missing quite a few teeth. He's filthy. But that doesn't really set him apart too much from anybody else here at Brimhaven.
Can Cole just say,
Yep.
Nah, and then like fucking wreck him?
I was gonna be like, okay.
I'll give anybody else in the party an opportunity to try and stop that if they want, but
I would say like, yeah, okay, yeah. I'll just shout. Hold on a second there. Stop. And cast
Cole's
command.
gonna stop like Halwood like 6 inches.
Oh, okay. Yeah, okay. Fine. Didn't need to use
He'll
it.
pull up.
okay,
Like,
okay.
yeah, he won't need
Yep.
to spell. Like he'll pull up. He'll be like, he'll just turn around and be like, "The Stark does not understand your restraint."
just fuck God. Ah,
At the same
Straighten my
time,
suit.
Nugget's also got his bat drawn back.
The two of them are just standing beside him. They just turn around to look at you like, "What?"
well, this is really easy to play good cop in this.
It
this
really
party.
is, yeah.
Excuse me, my friend. Well, if you're willing to do business with us, I feel like I already know the answer to this, considering you only have one shoe. But how much gunpowder do you currently have or have access to?
I mean, Four-Toed Ted hasn't got any on him. Just say. But
I
But
had a feeling.
Four-Toed Ted could put something together. You know, he could figure something out. He's sure. I'm very enterprising. You see.
Oh, I'm sure, but
I mean,
surely
how
you
enterprising
didn't come
can
to
he
a
be if-
business meeting without any preparations at all. That seems woefully silly.
well, Four-Toed Ted does have some preparations, but he was hoping you would be businessmen about this. That we could, he's kind of awkwardly glancing between the two of you either side of him with your weapons fully cocked, ready to go, and just well, you know, Forto Ted is looking for a business arrangement. Is it gunpowder you want for the shoes then?
Supposing we had this lovely, crate of shoes here, how much gunpowder could you procure for us today?
Today, in a day? I mean, I could probably rustle up a little bit. He holds a kind of hand or two fingers out, kind of like a couple of inches apart, just a little bit, maybe, just not a lot. But
My friends are getting awfully stiff. They feel.
This
I think
is-
they need some exercise.
This
You
is
better make
this
this
is
worth our while.
really this is really hard because I have a great idea, but Cole doesn't. Cole does not do ideas, but I have an idea.
Nuggets
Where,
gonna.
where do we stand on that? Can I just close my idea to the party? Even though
I
it's
mean,
not
yeah,
Cole's
I was
idea?
going to say, like, I'm not going to say no. Richard is not allowed to talk because he's playing an idiot who's barely literate. Like,
I rip a shoe in half.
exactly.
My thought is actually we could
Mhm.
possibly create the most entertainment for ourselves. I mean, not necessarily the best situation, but it'd be funny if we were to give this man some of the shoes and tell him he has to give us as much gunpowder as he can, and then give the rest of them to Two-Shoed Lou and give him the same challenge. Then they probably
You're
both
the one
get
that
gun-
doesn't give us the most.
Yeah, and also we can encourage them to. We can create a conflict within the town of Brimhaven
Be
where
like a
there's no
game show.
There's
Twice-
no
twice
single.
the
There's no single man in charge. Therefore, we can make them compete with another and drive the price down.
Let's set it up like a weird Japanese game show where Salem is the host.
What, Salem suddenly with a ladies and gentlemen?
We send them on a
Yeah.
wild goose chase around the city. trying to
Cole
get-
would be the best announcer for that.
Well, like supermarket sweep, but for gunpowder.
Cole would be
Ruined
the
bottle.
referee, but Salem is the host.
God.
That sounds like a plan.
Well, you can try. You can try
Also-
that angle. I'm just having to refresh roll.
Why don't
20 'cause
we-
It's broken
Why
up
don't we
there.
offer him? Why don't we say, look, we'll give you some shoes. You get some gunpowder. If you perform well, we'll potentially give you more shoes. You know, and then we can keep the rest of the shoes back, and we can give some to Two-Shoed
Yeah,
Lou.
we need to. We've got a strong bartering tool here with this box of shoes. We don't want to give them all to.
This guy can be fucking useless.
We don't want to spend them all. at
We
once,
go back and find out that he's just been robbed and lost all the shoes and got
Well,
nothing left.
He can only operate for 50% of.
Now, if somebody can roll me an insight roll, and fair warning as well, Ragnar, you casually rip a boot in half while maintaining eye contact with him, and you genuinely, it's like you just ripped a baby in half in front of this.
Someone
man.
slap him. Who can slap? What is Ragnar? I forgot.
Yeah, who are you
Someone
slapping?
slap
What, you
him.
want to slap Ragnar?
Yeah, someone slap him.
You want
I'll
to
slap him.
what?
I'll slap him.
Oh, cool. We've already reached the PvP point of the campaign, I see.
Do you mean PvP
wait.
of the session?
Yeah, the
Just-
session
just-
more than anything.
Just a swift, backhander, just to tell him not to rip the shoes in half. You idiot.
So no, I belay that. Cole's gonna slap him on the nose like a bad cat.
With a rolled up newspaper.
Oh, okay. We need to get a spray bottle to spray
Yeah.
Ragnar when he's being bad.
I'm sure
All
there's a
right,
cantrip for that.
Cole's
So,
gonna
Ragnar,
flick him on the nose like no.
You rip a shoe in half, and Cole just kind of turns around and flicks you on the face like, "No, bad."
Ragnar bites. Cool.
Oh my god.
Hisses and run up.
Can I get a save, deck save to try and avoid that? Whip my hands out of his jaws because I'm a relatively dexterous man.
Yeah, go
That is
for it.
an
Yeah,
annoying
fuck it.
roll, low attack roll.
That is a 13, so you are successfully bitten.
Excellent.
You make a con save.
Roll that on your own. Fuck yourself.
I'm already a Minotaur. What the fuck?
I will be.
You're okay. You're okay.
That's such a shame.
I'm gonna say you don't take the full damage because he's not in tiger mode, but take
Alright,
1 point of damage, I suppose.
Cole is gonna like wag a finger at Ragnar and be like, now.
Ragnar just growls.
Okay, well, Four-Toed Ted is just watching all of this happen,
Stank, we'll talk to you about this later.
utterly confused. He's like, I can certainly try and get you gunpowder. I've got a few ideas already.
Alrighty. Well, here is a
Oh.
taste, and I pull out what a pair of shoes that looks like might fit him just about.
Fair warning, he has one very large foot and one quite small foot.
Okay, I find something that'll kind of two shoes that'll kind of.
All right,
Like
you have a bit of a
ballerina slipper. and
Yeah,
a
you have a bit of a dig
an
around.
industrial,
Find-
and an industrial boot.
Yeah, you find one very small shoe that looks like this was probably made for a child, and the other one that appears to be kind of those large pair of wellies you leave outside your front door that anybody can use because they're just fucking massive.
Mhm.
Oh no, have you seen the what's the boots that the guys who ride the carriages wear?
No.
Man, if only there were more words there.
It's a no, what is it?
You tell us.
Yeah, the giant shoes, a flipper.
Yeah, no, it's like I can't find a picture. It's they used to wear that when they had like carriages with like 8 horses on. There was guys who had to ride like on the horses, like near the front. And they wear these boots that were like they come up right over the top, like up to their thigh, and they were just solid, like they were just like a solid bit of like wood with like leather over the top of them.
Yeah.
They were these huge, heavy boots because they were to stop their legs getting crushed between the horses.
Oh, I
They were
suppose, yeah.
literally like they stood like 3 feet tall. They were fucking massive.
I've never heard of this before.
Well, you have a dig around and find 2 shoes that you think, yeah, is are close enough to fitting Four-Toed Ted. Are you handing them over to him?
I dangle them in front of him and say, "Well, this is just a gesture of goodwill. If you use these shoes to procure for us as much gunpowder as you possibly can by tomorrow,
By
then
tomorrow?
there possibly might be more in it for you."
Okay. Four-Toed Ted has some ideas. We'll meet here again. Who's just gone? That's a Richard. He's back. Okay. We'll meet again here tomorrow. Same time tomorrow. Yes, lads.
Yes.
Pressure is the mother of incentive, and I chuck the boots at him.
Okay. He almost exclusively grabs at the larger one.
I do
And kind
know, though.
of starts to hobble backwards, keeping an eye on mostly Call and Nugget.
If you don't have the gunpowder by tomorrow, we are taking the shoes back. We don't care if your feet are still in them.
Okay. Well, Ted won't let you down. Ted's never let a man down before. Ted's not planning on starting now. Ted's gonna get to work. Ted's got some ideas. Ted's gonna be the new mayor of Brimhaven as he starts scurrying off. Not wearing his other shoe yet. Bear in
back.
mind, just holding it.
Welcome back.
Sorry,
Welcome
how
back.
did it go?
So, you guys have given a pair of shoes to Four-Toed Ted on the understanding that in the next 24 hours he gather as much gunpowder as he possibly can and return
Have
it to you.
we given him a pair of shoes in
Mm.
exchange for his single shoe?
You did not. No, you just gave him a pair of shoes.
Oh, I
His
found
single
them.
shoe looked like shit.
Fools.
I mean, yes. So
I mean,
yes,
he now has 3 shoes.
he is now 3-shoed Ted.
Three shoe
Yeah.
Ted.
Oh Jesus!
Have a nice
Three
ring.
They're
shoe
called,
Ted.
they're called postillons.
Pushed it
Look
on.
at them. They're fucking massive. They're like armored. They're just like armored boots.
These are the shoes Sam desperately wants to wear, but Ash won't let him.
A pair of shoes.
Yeah, we were talking about giant shoes, and they're the largest pair of shoes I can think of. They're like for coachmen who are riding horses, but like riding horses with other horses next to them, like an 8 in front of a coach, and they're like ridiculously robust, so that the legs don't get crushed between the horses.
I can't
Anyway,
imagine
so-
bigger shoes than that.
Four-Toed Ted has gone scurrying off leaving you back on this path. Now he's scurried off to the east, and you guys can continue heading north to return to Tushu Lu, or back into Brimhaven generally, or you could camp out here for a day. It depends what you're feeling like.
I think we go see Tushu. Tushu twat.
Tushu Lu.
Right, let's
You gotta be careful. Andy's fallen in love with Tushu Lu.
I do like Tushu. He's a good egg.
You gotta be
The
careful.
last-
You know
the
what
last
happened to
egg
the
you dealt
last
with,
egg.
yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hop
Oh.
off to Tushu Lu.
That's
big pair of
large shoes there, Dan.
I imagine that's the world's pair of largest shoes. Going down.
They are significantly bigger than Sam's. Just yeah, I think they are actually. I did just search world's largest shoes and just picked.
But Dan, has anybody ever actually worn them?
Dan, have you ever considered wearing children as shoes?
No.
Oh god.
No, I haven't. And if I'm honest, I never researched enough to see if they were ever worn. I just Google image searched that.
There's another thing that Richard's gonna find later.
Hmm.
All right. As you travel back into the town of Brimhaven, you notice that much like the last time you were here, there were occasional people wearing one shoe, and everybody was kind of staring at you like you're royalty because you're all wearing two shoes.
Mm-hmm.
This time, as you return, it's much the same, but there's a lot more whispering and talking, and a couple of you start to notice that many of them are pointing. Specifically, they're pointing at like your crate, as well as your cat in a box.
Yeah. And what?
The cat was here last
What
time.
of
wasn't
it?
Cat was here last time, but now that box is also full of shoes, so bear that in
Oh,
mind.
I see.
Oh, I forgot about that.
And what?
All right, and Court puts a
Court,
pair of shoes on his
Cole's
hands.
going to keep his halberd out and bared and look menacing.
Can you roll me an intimidation check, please?
I have a +7.
Yeah, that's pretty good. Okay, just you don't really have to try that much. These people are, mostly just wearing scraps of clothing. They're they're not well equipped.
I am a what am I? I am a 6'5" plate wearing a minotaur carrying a halberd. I am not intimidated.
Yeah, there's not many of them that would even come up to your chin, let alone rival the height of your horns. So you're able to just kind of glower at people. Occasionally, at one point, you have to pass the halberd into two hands. That does enough. Just the people get out of your way. People don't bother you. As you make your way back to the tavern or loose collection of people hanging around outside a burnt-out hovel, that is the offices of Tushu Lu.
Yeah.
Cole's going to stay outside and guard the shoes.
Hey, Tushu.
All right, and with that, kind of Tushu emerges from out of his crowd. Hello, lads. How are we looking?
Mini shoed.
We got some shoes for you.
What?
Some shoes.
You
Lots of shoes.
wait. Let me get this straight. You went to the footmen, and you went and got their shoes, and you brought them back to me.
We killed them as well.
How many shoes have you got?
That's a good
Least
point.
one.
How many shoes do we have?
So if you
all
want
of their
to
shoes.
do a quick count, the count comes. You've probably got somewhere in the region of like 30 to 40 pairs of shoes, and a couple of odd ones on top. You're maybe 50 pairs in total with some odd pairs.
Nice.
Here's a couple of pairs for our old friend.
The Stank says 2.5 scorer.
Two shoes for old Tushu.
Lads, step into my office as he gestures towards the burnt-out building.
Yeah,
Oh.
step into his office.
We're gonna.
Oh yeah, he
We're
wanted
gonna
us to
short
burn him.
market.
Yep. Tushu Lu follows you in as you all kind of file in, and he goes,
Cole's going to drag the crate up against the wall
I just
and lean in the window with a hand on the crate of shoes, like outside.
I'm just enjoying imagining that Tushu Lu's office is like a size of a Portaloo, and we're all piling in there.
"Oh, it is incredibly crowded in here. This was a small hovel, and it's burnt down and full of rubble. So
And we're all in
yeah.
there shoulder to shoulder, and Two Shoot Lou's like 6 inches from our face. And we're
he
having
kind of goes,
Paul's going to lean through the hole in the wall and keep an eye
Gentlemen.
on the shoes.
"What is my name?"
Lou. What's his name? What's his name?
Lewis?
Two Shoot Lou. Right?
His name's Two Shoot.
My power comes from scarcity. I told you to go and burn them,
Yeah.
and you bring them back in front of my men and parade around with 50 fucking shoes.
Yeah.
50 fucking pairs of shoes.
Yeah.
What you have there, lads, is 50 fucking competitors.
Yes.
He turns and glares at Nugget. I am not complimenting you.
Stop complimenting us, lads. You're not complimenting us.
What is wrong with him?
Well,
The stunk is not sure.
we had we
stunk
had all
thinks
these
that-
shoes, and we had an idea, being that why would we go with well, no offense, you, when we could choose anyone, so long as they do what we want. So, what we propose is you find us lots and lots and lots of gunpowder very quickly, or these shoes find their way into the
to the
general,
masses.
into the town. Maybe it falls over. Maybe some people find it. Who knows? Accidents happen.
Are you threatening Two-Shoed Lou in his own home?
Yeah, are you threatening him?
No, a threat
Uh,
would sound like if you raise your voice again, you will be dead, shoot Lou.
Would you like to roll intimidation, please? Ed?
Sure, yeah.
Can I assist?
I'll say you could assist
Also,
by
I
just...
believe he gets a +4 because he's within
glowering.
10 feet of me.
Oh, everybody is
And-
definitely within 10 feet of you right now.
Oh
Oh my
my
god!
I would like to use my this to add a d6 to it.
Yeah, sure.
And a +4.
So there's a +4, so that's an 11. That's a 13 in total. Let's have a.
Oh,
Ed,
damn!
you had everything going for you there, buddy.
Oh, just the setup was beautiful and just fucking biffed it.
um.
I
ah,
imagine I've got
yeah.
some
Can,
like a crust on my lip, like
can
like
Cole-
a croissant or
You
something.
were closer than you probably should have been.
Can
But
Cole
unfortunately it did not
just
work.
reach through the hole in the wall that he's leaning through
Hmm.
and like tug sharply on Ragnar's ear to try and encourage him to rage?
Sharply on Ragnar's penis.
No,
If
Nothing's more
in case of
intimidating.
emergency, full penis.
just like
Nothing's
just like
more intimidating than jacking off your party member in front of someone.
What a power move!
All
you know,
right,
he's
please
just gonna,
roll
like-
for intimidation hand job.
I know if I'd be intimidated, I would be scared.
just tweak Ragnar's ear like sharply so that he's just, and then like give him
Right.
if he looks at me, give him a wink and be
I'll-
like, get angry.
I'll say that while you're having the debate with Ragnar or pulling on his balls, Gene, you attempt to intimidate him, but it just doesn't. You don't entirely know why. It just doesn't seem to phase him at all. And then you kind of realise, like, oh, it's quite hard to be intimidating when you're like kind of pressed up against the wall and kind of currently your head is a little bit wedged in somebody's armpit. You don't even know whose armpit at this point. You realise you probably don't look that intimidating. As Two-Shoed Lou kind of looks at you and just says, like, all of my power comes from people not having shoes. Nobody has shoes here, but Two-Shoed Lou does. Two-Shoed Lou is the richest man in Brimhaven. Two-Shoed Lou is going to be the mayor of Brimhaven.
Yeah, he's gonna be the man.
And you want me to just bring you gunpowder for a threat? Why don't I just have all my men out there, kill you, and we'll become the Two-Shoed Gang?
You could still become the Two-Shoe Gang.
The stunk would
Think-
like to see
think-
you try.
We need to convince Two Shoe Lou that having possession of these shoes means that other people don't.
The Stonk does not think you've considered all your options. The Stonk thinks you should think more about the 50 pairs of shoes you have available and the elite status you could give to your gang. Roll persuasion.
We haven't. We're not. Have we announced all of the shoes we've got to Two Shoe Lou?
He was the one who assessed it at 50.
Yeah,
more or less.
he had an assessment of them.
He's a
yeah.
good
Can I,
judge of
can
shoes.
I
Yeah.
Oh, here we go. This will be good.
thanks, Andy. Can I do charm person? Would that do it?
Okay, first just to address Sam, your persuasion roll unfortunately wasn't quite high enough. Sorry.
I enjoy what the box. I never expect anything.
So
Cole
Lou is
is-
just completely unfazed now. Charm
Paul
person.
is grinding his teeth
look.
and like wringing his hand around the haft of his halberd. He's getting very frustrated with this uppity fucking
Yeah.
homeless man.
If it fails the saving throw, it's charmed. Charmed.
Oh, actually-
regard you as friendly acquaintance. Oh yeah, sorry.
Can I charm him to want more shoes and another one who's standing by him to try and take his shoes?
There's no one
Can
else
you-
here, it's just us.
Yeah, you're currently in his office. You'd have to be charming
Oh.
somebody outside. Granted, that's probably only 3 feet away, but you know.
I'll do that.
You can try to if you want. There are some other people hanging around outside who can. Yeah, I mean they can hear every word that's being said. You're not like there's no privacy.
Not a
here.
sealed room.
So if you'd like to, are you twin spelling it or something, or can you cast it?
So I cast at second level.
Oh, I see. Yes. Okay. All right then. So let's roll some wisdom. It's the. Okay. And. Oh. Okay. Right. Well. Two-shoed Lou. As you kind of, I don't know, wag your tail in a charming way and chant Eldritch Abomination runes, your eyes glow briefly. Two-shoed Lou meets your eyes briefly, and you see kind of a flash in his eyes, and you realise, oh, hang on, that didn't work. Something went wrong. But you hear kind of a sound outside, as one of Two-shoed Lou's men kind of sidles up and is leaning on the doorframe all of a sudden. Previously, he was kind of standing guard. Now he's kind of leaning in, looking in.
Looking at
Looking intently
shoes.
at Two-shoed Lou and looking at his shoes in particular.
So,
Cole's gonna like elbow him in the ribs and be like nod and be like thumbs up, like encouraging. Like, yeah.
should we
Alright.
offer that guy our shoes?
Just got,
Oh,
could we?
Let's
could we
offer
try
this
and-
guy our shoes.
Could we try and convince Two-shoed Lou
Hmm.
that all of these shoes could be used as like a shoe reserve? Like you know how you get gold reserves in there, but instead it's a shoe reserve.
So you can have a shoe-based economy.
So you can have a because you know what happens if you know.
I
something
mean,
goes
it's
wrong.
already a shoe-based economy, isn't it?
Exactly. You know, you need to have reserves to make sure that you can stabilize the value of your shoes.
And what you have to be afraid of a run on shoes.
Exactly. What happens if there is a run on shoes? People do run on shoes. Like, you know.
You can
Oh, I love that logic.
start quantitative easing with
Yeah.
shoes.
All right. So if you'd like to set up the first bank of shoe,
Yeah. Court, that is what Court is
Hmm.
gonna. He's gonna go down the route of saying.
Can Cole lend his generous, gregarious personality to the suggestion?
Can I turn into a tiger?
Court,
All right, we're getting a lot of requests coming here first. So what we're going to do is, as you turn and start talking to Two-shoed Lou about quantitative easing and the benefits of a shoe-based economy, I will say that you notice that the man, as kind of Two-shoed Lou has turned to face away from you, you notice that the man in the doorway has suddenly produced a knife
Oh,
and is advancing towards him. Now, this isn't an actual combat encounter, but if you can roll initiative to determine whose crazy idea goes off first, because you're all trying different stuff.
I'm entirely lost on
perfect.
what in where we're going with this now.
It's
Salem is chanting kill in everyone's head.
It's chaos.
Hang on, I'll roll initiative.
Okay. Well, Court, you have first dibs on what you'd like to try and happen. Oh yeah, of course, and Andy, but still, yeah, you weren't going to beat Court's roll, so that's fine. Court, are you trying for the persuasion roll? You're going to try and save him from his knife-wielding
I
former accomplice?
am going to actively try to convince him about the shoe-based economy
Mhm.
needing to be stabilized by a reserve of shoes.
As the second person in the turn order, I would also like to do that.
Okay, yeah, no, that's fair enough. If you can roll me persuasion with advantage, then from Cool's assistance.
I
Yeah.
don't recall Dom asking the second person.
Court roll with advantage.
Oh, you can't see what you can't see, Dom, is me just like putting my chin on my chest and put my thumb up, like yeah.
Oh, right. Let me have a look at this then.
Also,
Okay,
oh, wait, it's
alright
not.
then.
It's not a save that he doesn't get before.
Oh, do I have proficiency with social
Wait, is it
attack?
saves and skill checks? That'd be too much, surely.
I don't know. I think it's just saves,
Saves.
isn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, it's just saves.
Okay, that's fine. So you start to talk to Shoot Lou about all these benefits you've talked about, preventing a run on shoes, that sort of thing. And as you're starting to debate, you realise he's looking at you very intently and seems to be kind of, oh yeah, huh. Oh, that does sound quite good. All of a sudden, there's as a dagger emerges out of Shoot Lou's chest.
Oh, we killed him.
Oh,
He kind of looks down and goes, "Oh," and collapses down on the floor.
Oh,
In
What-
front of you is now standing his former associate, who is very quickly pulling off Shoot Lou's boots.
I
I
would like to attack the man if I can.
Why do we
Uh,
care?
Oh, he's our new party to deal with.
He's already charmed by Tom.
I would like to attack the man non-lethally.
We could do what we want now.
Okay, do you want to try and knock this guy out or stop him from taking the shoes? What's your play?
Stop him from taking the shoes.
Okay, all right then.
So
Right.
get him, get him to take the shoes and put them in the box of cats.
No, take the shoes out of my box and give us gunpowder.
I mean,
I feel like
Okay, there's a lot going on here right now. I'm going to need some
We've-
kind of unity.
we've literally we had like there was no restrictions on how we had to go about getting gunpowder, and we've chosen the most awkward route of asking other people to get it for us rather than just doing it ourselves.
Mm.
Like we could have just
That's-
asked someone, "Where do you find gunpowder?" Oh, we'll go there. Nope, no, fuck that. We'll just like try and twist and force other people to do what we need to do ourselves, so we don't have to do it.
We can
That's the most evil way of doing it.
We can
He's not
all
wrong.
sit round. We can all sit round a big table with buttons that tip people into shark tanks while we talk about getting gunpowder.
All right. As you're debating what to do next, I'm saying there's no unity. He quickly has time to pull both shoes off of Shoot Lou's corpse. He kind of glances at all of you and says, "I'm Shoot Lou now." Yeah.
Hi, Shoot Lou.
Nugget,
And what was it you were
instantly-
saying about a shoe-based economy?
Nugget instantly loves him.
Excellent. I will. In which case, then I will continue to talk about my shoe-based
Fucking
economy.
Paul is there.
What? Like, I don't even ask for a roll from Sam, and Sam is just like 2 nat 20s. It's like, fine.
What, weird
Yeah.
thing to notice, or just weird that it was?
it's just weird. You would.
Yeah, in which case, then continue to
Oh.
convince him about the shoe-based economy.
Cole is on it. Cole is
Okay,
there.
well,
Oh,
Shoot
all
Lou
comes
2.
up call.
Everything fucking comes up. All these
Nugget
fucking
is going to
rolls.
treat this like literally nothing's happened and carry on treating me Shoot Lou like he did old Shoot Lou.
You mean Shoot Lou 2?
Yeah.
Okay, well, Shoot Lou 2 immediately starts kind of nodding
Or is he
along.
two
and
shoes?
as he's kind of pulling on the shoes himself, he says, I mean, it just makes sense, doesn't it?
Yeah, it makes
You
sense.
have a backup of shoes,
Yeah.
and that way, no matter what happens, I can always be Shoot Lou. And I can help create one-shoot associates. People who I trust can get shoes.
You could put shoes on your head.
I could put shoes on my head. I could be 3 Shoot Lou. Nah, it's too
Shoes
many.
on your
Too many.
hand.
Too many. Don't have that many shoes. Don't
Can't
have
fly
any
too
sleep.
close to the sun.
Yeah, nah. There's a reason Icarus exists. No, and kind of Shoot Lou is new.
You could be
Shoot
four
Lou is
shoot Figaro.
4-shoot. He's not changing his name again.
Four shoot
Uh,
Figaro.
Hang
It's
on,
a
just
thing.
a second. I have to edit the sheet.
Do boots carry more clout?
If boots carry more weight, then postilons are the like the pinnacle of
No, those
shoe
are the royalty
economy.
of shoes. Yes.
Yeah.
No, Shoot
no-
Lou 2. Oh man, I've made
In
this
no,
harder
in
on
no small
myself.
part because you could beat people to death with them.
Now, Shoot Lou 2 is kind of nodding along, and he says, "Yeah, I'm in. Like, yeah, What do you guys need from me then? Yeah, was it gunpowder? I heard you asking.
Lots and
Millions
lots
of
Lot of
gunpowder. Millions of gunpowder.
Lots of gunpowder. That's gonna be a problem. See, there's not many people know how to get gunpowder. Obviously, if we had gunpowder, we'd probably be killing each other a bit. And he kind of looks down at the body of the former Two-Shoed Lou too, and kind of Two-Shoed Lou, and just says, well, we'd be killing each other a bit more and a bit quicker and a bit more effectively, I think.
Yeah, killing each other.
There is
Call is
one
at the
group.
Call is at the point where he's ready to like throw something at fucking Nugget.
Two-Shoed Lou 2 kind of says, I know somebody who will have a lot of gunpowder.
Yeah.
Go on.
You may not like this though, so hear me out, alright?
Hear it out.
The Good
Alright,
League
cool,
of
cool,
Good has a
cool,
lot of
throw-
gunpowder.
Cole throws a brick at
Oh no.
Nugget. Cole throws a brick
Okay.
at Nugget.
At this point, Cole and Nugget have just evolved into just having a punch up in the background.
Yeah.
It's fine.
It's like those cartoon clouds with
Yeah,
like,
it's a cartoon
the
cloud,
limbs like coming out.
It's an oddity because whilst
Hmm.
there's a drastic difference in size,
Yeah, there's a massive size
it's,
difference.
it's still
The
a
power
relatively
level is
fair fight.
pretty fair, yeah. I just imagine Nugget is kind of hopping around off of Cole constantly, and Cole's just trying to grab
he's
him.
just so slimy.
It's just, even when you get hold of him, it's like holding onto a wet balloon.
Ed, are you referring to
It's like trying to grip a slippery dick.
something thus?
Yeah,
Perfect.
literally.
Especially with the cat spore, because apparently Salem is also involved.
Yeah, Salem's just pouring out the cloud, like occasionally like scratching people as they come past.
All right. While this scrap is going on,
Why are we
yes.
clapping?
Oh,
I
I
don't know.
threw a
Paul
brick
just
at
threw
you.
a brick at you. Yeah,
Oh.
that is a perfect gift there, Richard. That's flawless. It really is. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the halberd and the baseball
Yeah.
bat. It's all there.
We all know who wins that fight, though, don't we?
Mm.
That's true. Yeah, yeah. The part where
The
they
audience.
start throwing lightning at each other is going to be harder to portray. Anyway, Two-Shoed Lou 2
Mate,
tells
I
you,
can
yeah,
smite people. I'm there.
the Good League of Good has got a lot of gunpowder.
Ooh. Do they now?
Now,
Cole,
the Good League of Good,
Cole
they're...
makes a deep, happy noise, very much like a cow. He hears the good
Happy
league.
What's
of
that
good.
cow
happy cow
noises.
sound like?
He
Okay.
realizes the implication is he's going to get to kill some people from the good league of good, and he just instantly stops fighting and just makes a happy cow noise.
Well, you see, the
Mm.
Good
Don't worry,
League
that
of
means
Good
he's happy.
has been
Go on.
looking for an excuse to come into Brimhaven. No-Shoed Lou was kind of pushing him away to kind of maintain his power. Because obviously, they have seen the economic downturn the area's taken recently.
Mhm.
And they are interested in helping us out. They've offered many times. But we've always turned them down because, we don't want to be part of the Good League of Good. Bunch of pricks. They'd probably execute half of us for what we've done. And they're not even that big on the death penalty. It's just, we're not great in their eyes. Anyway,
It's just that bad.
my thinking is, if we lure the Good League of Good here, we steal their gunpowder and kill them. That's the way to get some. That'll get you a lot of gunpowder.
How are
Do
we
they
gonna,
tend to travel with a lot of gunpowder, these
How are
good
we gonna
League of Good
convince them?
missionaries?
how are we gonna
Well,
get them
here's
to
the
bring
thing.
all of their gunpowder?
Now
Wait.
they've been kind of sending us emissaries every now and again, and I know for a fact they've got a large ship just off the coast. Now they won't come in without an invitation unless there's some kind of disaster.
Let's send them an invitation to the gunpowder party.
My thinking is we burn down the crops. So at the moment, there's a lot of economic turmoil, but people aren't starving to death. We're just stabbing them for their shoes. So if we were to destroy the food source here, the Good League of Good would feel compelled that they have to step in and provide food to the innocent civilians. That would force their ship to dock, to unload and feed people, and then we could steal their ship with all the cannons and gunpowder you'd need. What do you lads think?
I mean, it sounds like a good plot, and any plot involving gunpowder is foolproof, as far as I'm concerned.
Salem wags his tail approvingly.
Yeah, particularly if it involves gunpowder and treason.
Yes, sterling track record.
Somebody's going very robot. I don't know who that is.
Sam, I think.
Robot Sam. Robot Sam has thoughts, but
It's quite nice.
they're just ones and zeros, so we don't know what they are yet.
Cole's having a stroke.
Hey, I'm Sam. Bleep bloop bleep bleep bloop bloop.
Oh, hey Sam, how you doing?
Bloop bleep bloop bloop.
Good to hear.
It's
Oh,
not
dear.
been talking over people for 5 minutes.
Oh dear. All right. Well, Two Shoot Lou kind of glances around at you guys and goes, "What do you reckon? I think humanitarian crisis draws them in. While they're focusing on, helping people and feeding the hungry, clothing the homeless, we steal all their stuff and fuck off.
I mean, sounds like a plan.
And if you guys are Evil League of Evil, you can kill some Good League of Good as well. I'm sure. Does that get you like promotions? Is there like badges? I don't know how
I think
it
it gets us shares in the company.
Oh,
We're on a commission.
commission, right? Do you have to
Basically.
collect noses or something?
Yeah.
then? Okay, yeah, right, fair enough then.
Fingers.
We have to collect dead children.
Oh,
God,
okay.
fucking hell.
That many children in the Good League of Good?
Not anymore. We've collected them all, so we
Oh,
started shooting randoms.
I suppose, yes.
Well,
Okay then.
some of us have.
All right.
Cool,
then.
Court summons a psychic dagger and just looks at daggers at a nugget.
You gotta be careful, 'cause caught looking daggers at
While
someone.
still in a cloud of our own.
Oh no, Cole said he stopped.
Yeah,
at
he
the-
stopped
at
the
mention
cloud
of killing
because
the Good League
the
of
mention
Good.
of killing Good League of Good. Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
This sounds like a plan. I mean, you get your chaps right on that. We will, I guess, wait. Wait in the docks for when they arrive.
Well, the problem is, lads, I'm gonna have a real hard time convincing any of my boys to go and burn down all of our source of food.
Can we do it
I'll
another way? Can
be
we lure
honest
them
with you.
another way?
How else you thinking?
What
What do you reckon?
Put a sign on the dock that says Good League of Evil this way.
Good League of Evil.
The Good League of Evil.
Evil League of Good.
I've not heard of this league.
Just a big sign on the wall outside the docks that just saying "Good League of Good wankers."
The problem is, I don't know if the possibility of getting the Evil League of Evil is going to be enough to bring him in. They've got to feel like they're helping somebody,
What about
you
if
reckon?
one of us is thrashing in the sea, drowning? Not drowning.
Okay, maybe I wasn't clear enough. They're not sat right off the coast. They're close, but they're not like sat just watching us. That would be creepy.
We need Crawl to dress up as a damsel in distress
Uh-huh.
and coo to them floundering in the sea.
Tushulu looks at Cole and says, "Can you do it, big man?"
The Stonk is not prepared to make this decision.
Okay.
Also, the Stonk has issues with his jawline and femininity. He is literally a cow. He has his jawline could not be more pronounced.
And he's
If he's a cow,
he's got some lovely long eyelashes though.
Yeah, how do we know how
If
Minotaur
Sam-
ladies might look?
Yeah,
also have
say-
a very pronounced jawline. You're applying human standards of masculinity and femininity to cow people, Sam.
also he specifically said
Cows.
cow and not bull, which means that he is feminine.
That is true. Yeah, he's got a very feminine curve to his
Yeah, that's
cow.
nice.
You stupid cow.
Yeah.
He's so
be
violent
fair-
because no one's milked him for a while.
Nobody, nobody,
so aggy.
Go on, Ragnar, repay the
nobody-
favour.
Yeah,
nobody,
Exactly.
give him a short shot.
nobody's ever raised the question of Call's gender.
Yeah.
It's not come up, but he does keep referring to himself
can
with
Salem-
masculine pronouns,
can
so
Salem,
we're rolling with those pronouns.
What's it called when you can do stuff with your mind? Telekinesis. Is that when you
Telekinesis.
can Salem trousers down with telekinesis so we can all have a few pieces there?
I can't. I don't.
Alright, I'm going to stop this before we reach the point of sexually assaulting party members for shits and gigs. Just
Can I,
Seems
can I
reasonable.
charm Crawl to be a damsel in distress?
with his rolls.
Is that,
probably
is
not.
that, is that a
Probably.
charisma modifier?
Yeah, I think isn't that? No, it's a wisdom save, isn't it?
It was
You're a
some
charm
fave, I guess
person.
would be a charm person.
But also, like, I don't think charm person just makes a person like friendly with you, doesn't it?
Yeah.
I suppose, I
Um,
think the wording is like they view
Regard you
and
as a
suggest-
friendly
What about-
acquaintance.
Yeah, they
about
regard you
smart?
as like a very good
Yeah.
friend.
A command would do it. Can you come up with a one word to make him into a princess?
Princess.
I'll allow
Princessify.
Princess.
I'll- I'll tell you this right now. I will accept that
Fucking
wisdom
30.
save from Sam if you'd like to try.
The stock says no.
The stock says that's not even a word.
I mean,
Okay.
the stonk,
then
the stonk is stupid enough that he believes there's not a word.
How the fuck have you rolled 3 nat 20s essentially in a row?
Yeah, like back to back. Nat 20,
I've
nat 20,
rolled-
nat 20.
3
Say,
times, and a third of
Salem is
those
next
is
going
a
to point
nat
at
one.
Nugget and say, Princessify.
How many spell slots do you have left?
Nuggets,
You've already used charm person. Now this is command.
Nuggets
you've used
already
command
putting a
once.
wig on when Salem says this.
Oh, so you don't even use the command spell. You just say it to Nugget.
Yeah. He doesn't
Now-
know. He's
Question is,
Can-
Nugget, did you have a princess wig to have?
Can we get it? Can we get it in Salem's voice?
No, I found a.
Oh yeah, please.
I
Yeah.
found a mop. head.
Princessify.
God. Tom, what does Sarah make of Salem?
Nugget found a mop head.
She loves Salem.
Okay, I'll say yeah. You can stick a mop head on your head. Yep. Sure.
It's a bit dripping in piss, but it doesn't matter.
I mean, everything's dripping in piss, but okay.
Only if you're fucking Nugget. When you basically excrete piss from your skin.
Hey, it's also acid. It's acid piss. So
Oh, good. It's dehydrated
currently-
piss.
currently, your plan is for Nugget to wear a mop on his head, and I'd really like to know the end of that sentence.
Oh no, Cole's gonna pull out like a hanky and he's gonna offer it to him to wear like a sarong.
I'm gonna flounder in the sea for attention.
Your plan is to flounder in the sea for attention.
This is gonna be
I can't-
amazing when they realise that you're a frog person and then you can breathe underwater, and they're just like, oh, there's
That's even better because he can pretend to drown and stay underwater until they come.
yeah. But if they know, then it, as far as I'm concerned, it's just a transvestite frog having a good swim.
I'm okay with this. Let's do it.
Can
I don't.
Yep.
can Nugget outswim the boat?
Depends on the boat. I don't know what your swim speed is. Do you have a swim speed
I don't know.
as a grunt?
I would have thought you would.
Let me have a look.
He's a
Nugget.
frog, so he must be quite quick.
Well, it depends. Certain races
Frogs
have
aren't
got
that
swim
quick.
speeds, but
Hmm.
yeah, I don't know.
Quite quick. Their legs go like.
I don't believe. I'm just looking. Amphibious. You can breathe air and water. No, I don't think you actually have a swim speed, do you?
Isn't swim speed half of your movement speed?
Yeah, I think so.
maybe
I
have
think
one, it
as
might be.
default.
But if he
yeah.
has one, it might be. Yeah. I don't.
It
I'm
gives
not
you,
seeing-
it speeds. You have a walking speed of 25. Your sticky fingers and toe pads give you a climb speed of 25 as well.
Mhm.
Yeah, in your amphibious, you can breathe air and water, but yeah, it doesn't actually give you a swim speed.
Yeah. You
You can
actually
swim,
don't have a swim
but-
speed. Huh. You do have a climb speed of 25, which is probably better unless I put you on a lot of water.
Like a sea.
Like, some kind of pirate themed thing.
Uh-oh.
So currently, Just to kind of like bring this back so I know what's going on. Currently, you have drawn a bunch on the art. I wasn't looking at this. I hadn't seen this. Lovely. I love Dan 1, Kid 0. So currently, you have given Four-Toed Ted an extra pair of shoes and told him, meet you back there at the fork in the road in a day's time with as much gunpowder as he can get. You've recruited Two Shoot Lou 2 to your side, who suggested the Good League of Good as a source of gunpowder. However, you need to do something to lure them to him, and you've rejected his suggestion in favour of putting Nugget in a mop wig and having him flail about in the water.
All
Yeah.
good plans.
I think you've
Yep.
made that nice and concise. Yeah.
Okay, I'm just
You've made the
double
last
checking.
hour.
I needed to have it all spelt out so that when you ask for things, I can say, yeah, I don't have a map or art plan for that, and you'll understand why I don't. Because why the fuck would I?
Yeah.
Why the fuck would I have plans for a frog in a wig? I clearly should have. That's on me.
But
Uh,
also, while Nugget is floundering in the sea, can we burn all the crops as well?
Yeah,
It
that
is still
seems
an
more
option.
effective.
You can burn crops. You can come up with other things. Yep.
Can
Yeah.
Ragnir just run around as a were-tiger? Trying to
Is
attack
Ragnir just, like,
locals?
The difficulty
Overflowing with
comes
rage by
with
now.
the difficulty comes, boys, with how they're going to find out. They are in a ship moored quite far away off the coast.
This is where Two Shoot Lou 2 kind of pipes up to interject in the middle of this insane conversation. It says, "Well, it is quite dry. There'd be quite a big fire, quite a lot of smoke. They'd at least
Alright,
come and
with
check out
that-
some smoke."
With that, Call is gonna whip out the carrying. You got a tinderbox, that'll do, and a torch. He's gonna light a torch and just fucking
I
hoy
wouldn't do it right
into-
here because we're in a very enclosed space, Sam.
Oh no, Call. It's not Call's outside. Call's
Yeah,
outside,
Cole's,
okay.
Cole's
and
sticking his
he's got,
head in
he's
the
got
window.
quite an arm on him, so he's gonna look like to the nearest edge of the town, which I assume is not very far away because it seems like a bit of a rundown shithole. And just fucking hoy a torch like towards the nearest field. Like no hesitation, light it and just fucking heave it as far as it will go.
I walk out and find the closest like ragamuffin,
And then Nugget is going to run into the sea.
and I'll just say like, try and just burn down as many fields as you can. There's a good lad.
Okay, give me a minute here because I have actually got something for this.
The moral of this session is Dom's being asked 10 things at once.
I am being asked so many things at once.
So
and,
many
you're
ideas
just like,
here.
boy, I hope one of these
And
works.
there is no coordination amongst the spy.
No, there is literally none. It is absolutely anarchy, and I'm stalling so I can get this map ready because it was not planned to be for this session. This was me finding a map and thinking, oh, that's cool. I'm sure we'll find a use for that eventually. I didn't think today.
On one hand, I pity you. I've been there and it's painful. On the flip side, like Cole's having a lovely time.
Oh, I'm
he's
sure.
still rolling that 20s, so life is good.
It's fine.
Cole's self-belief continues to be, as far as he's concerned, the most powerful force in the universe.
Yeah, to be honest with you, we all thought, oh, Cole's just a bit delusional. And then we're like, maybe his self-belief is God. Like, it's starting to kind of a little convinced right now.
Yeah.
Cool. The size of this map
I
is
think
alive.
Cole is going to go down in history as my favourite character for that alone. Just the fact that he's
just for his fucking rolls.
it's not. It's just that it's that, but also the fact that because it fits with his character that because it's his own self-belief, it never wavers.
No, it doesn't. It really doesn't.
Just consistently fucking rolls amazing.
Right.
It's not even like 18s and 19s. It's always nat 20s.
It is so consistently the 20, isn't it? Right, I'm just.
I don't think that's the first time he's rolled as well a double nat 20.
I don't
No,
think
no.
it.
I feel that's happened. I
Yeah.
think that might, that's
It
happened at
definitely
least
happened
once
before.
with Cole.
Right, and Sorry, I'm just.
So if we ever like finish this campaign and come back to the setting later on, you want to come back and Cole's just going to be like running a fucking like kingdom.
He's
Yeah.
won the lottery 4 times. He's bankrupted
Yeah.
several casinos.
He's
I'm
just
just getting dimensions.
like living his best life, like running an arena and
The other thing is, this can only end with Cole dying by rolling a nat 1 on like a saving throw to avoid like disintegration or something.
It's honestly, yeah, it's the only rightful way for this to end is that Sam rolls incredibly on everything except for exactly where it matters.
I
Yeah.
would love that. That would
Yeah.
be that'd be Chef's Kiss funny.
although like at this stage he's on what is it? His charisma save is something fucking ridiculous. Like it's 11 plus like he can't get lower than a 15 on a charisma save.
Jesus.
Fucking hell.
Because he has plus 11 and the plus. Wait, is it plus 4? Yeah, and the plus 4 from Aura of Protection.
What's going on? Why won't this map? Why doesn't this map?
Incinerate's a deck save, so.
Oh yeah, no, I know. I'm more just referencing the fact that his charisma
Yeah.
saves in particular are ridiculous.
But it will, or it will be like it would just be some random dice roll that you just have to avoid.
Yeah.
Apologies. This is a map that is literally not ready. Come on. I might have to. We might have to bodge some things, but I'll make it work. This was honestly, I'll be honest with you, didn't have you guys burning down Brimhaven as the plan for this week's session.
Ah.
Hmm.
See, now you've said that, I wonder if my hoying of a torch was possibly a mistake.
Oh, it was a mistake. Yeah. Oh yeah.
I mean,
but we're too late now.
Happy
Should've
little,
just
happy
took it
little
as a
accidents.
princess and
To be fair, like, look, there was a fire in London, and that turned out pretty well. So.
Not for the people there.
Yeah. Depends who you ask. Right,
what do they call
you-
it? Great then, Dan.
You got me, I guess.
also,
dear.
Dan, have you seen the people here?
I mean, all I'm learning out of this is that you guys were so shocked when I murdered a child in self-defense, and yet you're just
Dan,
quite happily murdering a whole village of people.
Nobody was shocked. We just saw an opportunity for ridicule, and we seized it with both hands.
Oh yeah, it was brilliant. It's been brilliantly done.
All right then. Okay, here we go. So, you start hoying around your flaming
probably-
torch
It
generally.
probably says more about us that no one was really that bothered, other than to rip on you for it.
As you kind of throw the torch absent-mindedly, you're just kind of watching it and thinking, "Yeah, I got a good arc on that one." It lands on top of the roof of another nearby building, and you're thinking, "Hey, that's pretty good."
Wait, do I not even get to roll athletics?
Oh no, you don't need to. You got a really good throw. Like,
Yeah, but what if I
because you're
roll
gonna
a
get a
nat 20?
fucking. All right, fine. Roll it. Let's see the nat 20. You prick. It's
One.
okay. It's not.
I mean,
but
it's not
a
that funny, but
it's
it's
a
pretty funny.
Only a 25.
This stands. So you get a really good throw. You're looking at it like, yeah, that's pretty good. Anybody else going to throw anything burning, start a fire in any other way just before I continue?
I sent some ragamuffins. Oh, well, I sent a ragamuffin around. My
yeah.
casting suggestion.
I can't. I can't cast any more
Yep.
spells.
Yeah, I don't have anything to start a fire. I have
You're just
weapons,
excited to be here.
Weapons and a cloak.
Okay,
come on.
excellent.
Your fur. Oh wait, sorry, I don't know why I thought about this. I think
Oh,
it's
hang on, I
Ri-
can do this.
It's Richard talking about not having anything, like he didn't at Silverstone. But fun story. You know that there's someone else coming to Silverstone with us who bought the
Yes.
tickets. So he bought his son a ticket to come to Silverstone with us.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
He told his son about that, and his son then promptly informed him that he couldn't come because he has an exam for his medical doctor's degree, both on the Friday and the Monday either side of Silverstone. So he is.
Oh, yeah, he cannot
was,
go.
He was not thrilled.
Oh, no, that's really painful, yeah. Damn.
So-
Anyway, let's
sorry.
ruin some other people's lives.
Oh, I love it.
Call, as you're just kind of admiring your throw and thinking, like, I could do a little better, but that was pretty good. You
Oh, yeah, I'll
suddenly
go
watch
again.
as the entire roof just ignites. While you're busy lighting your other one, you kind of think, hey, it is quite dry here, and that roof is made of straw.
I will throw another.
As you start throwing another one, let's have a look. It's
Can I-
it's not as good a throw, but you get onto the neighboring building and you're thinking, I guess I'm not pivoting
Frustrating.
enough. Like it's
Frustrating. I'm gonna have to go again.
yeah, I'm gonna have to go again.
I'll give him bardic inspiration.
But just before he does throw that, Dom, can
Yep.
Court just find a potential route to get away from all this fire that is jumping up because he doesn't want to get burnt alive? Is there an obvious route that we can take to avoid the very rapidly growing fire?
Oh yeah, you're pretty confident. You can see a route out of town. You know there's a river. You're like, yeah, okay, we can get out of here.
Okay, good.
All right,
We're
'Cause-
okay.
Continue.
I'll go
Carry
again.
on, please. Yeah, so ignoring all the screams and cries that are coming around you, you think, rotate, pivot, in the hips, and you do another one, and it's a good throw again. You're like, okay, I haven't lost it. Suddenly you kind of glance around and realize there's a lot of screaming people, a lot of crying going on, and you realize, oh yeah, right, I'm burning down a town.
All right, I'm gonna intelligence save to understand that concept. Oh, sorry, can't do it.
Can't really understand it. Either way, we're going to move on. And I'm going to put you guys on to a different map.
Oh my god.
Apologies for the fact that the grid doesn't quite line up in places.
It's fine.
This was a slight rush job.
Yeah. Oh, that's one of the most annoying things. to
Wait,
fucking
wait.
sort out.
Oh, they're on fire and everything. I'm so pleased.
Can you guys roll me initiative, please?
Yeah.
Who's gonna fight that?
Well, we never got the agreement with the rest of the group. You just decided to eat it, so we could be. Oh, look at the 17s there, guys.
Yeah,
So
very
actually,
very
what we're
nice.
seeing here is the rest of the party attacking Cole for being a dick.
No. What I mean is like
No.
the rest of the gang might not be happy with it.
I mean, they obey the truth, don't they?
Just anyone that lives here. It's just gonna be
Yeah.
like, the fuck you guys doing? You brought us all these shoes and now you're burning down our houses.
Out of curiosity, it's something that occurred
Yeah.
to me earlier. So, like, a lot of this place was already burnt down, wasn't it? Like,
Yeah.
there was that from
Mhm.
Two Shoot Lou's original campaign of burning people's shoes?
Who knows at this point? Maybe you'll have to dig into the lore at a later date. Right now, you're a bit preoccupied with burning the town down again.
I think everybody else is mildly alarmed. It's only Cole who's busy hoying fucking flaming torches at everything.
Mm.
Okay, right. Let me.
I'm
put this
pleased though
in.
that I made it
order.
3 times over because otherwise, if I'd only done it once, your map would have made sense.
No, that is true. I was quite pleased when you started doing it again. I was like, oh, this is going to work. Nice, thanks. So as you're kind of Cole, you kind of zone back in. Everybody else, you just watched Cole just throw a bunch of flaming torches. Of course, Gene, you enticed a ragamuffin to run around with a match.
Who's worse, guys? The guy who sets fires or the people who watch him and don't just stop him?
The guy who sets fires.
Really
Yes,
makes you
legally.
guy who starts the fire legally.
Yeah,
it's
legally, we
very
have no
clear.
obligation to stop you.
Okay, but we're not in the UK right now. We're in fictional land, so I don't have to remember real laws.
No, you just have to invent them.
I just
Yeah,
get to
France.
invent them. It's lovely.
This-
France
this
does have a
session
duty to
has
rescue.
been-
Yeah, they've got
Anyway.
like a good Samaritan law, don't
No, we
this
have a good
session has been
Samaritan.
they? Oh, do we as well? Oh,
Yeah, we do.
shit.
It's a different thing. So right, as you're kind of starting burning down everything, kind of Two Shoed Lou, the new Two Shoed Lou 2, kind of looks at you guys and goes, "Oh, this might be a big mistake, lads." And you hear a horrible grinding noise as out of several buildings come bursting these strange mechanical monsters.
Oh, what?
Oh, what?
Oh, shit.
Oh no.
Oh no!
Like,
If it's
down.
if it isn't the consequences of our action.
I mean,
This is why we always have to read the travel guide.
and let me just.
The stunk does not care.
Okay, they're all going to run off of the same
Jeez,
initiative,
oh.
but they rolled garbage, so that's good for you lads, I suppose. Two Shoed Lou kind of looks at you guys and goes, "Oh, these were installed after the last burning. They're supposed to be firefighters, emphasis on the fighting." And Two Shoed Lou pulls out his crossbow and his dagger in his other hand, and he's going to attack this lad up here. So we're gonna, as I just get all the fucking million character sheets that I'm
Oh.
gonna need.
Is the basilisk with us?
Oh yeah, you can drag salad cream down
Oh,
if you
salad
like.
cream,
Yes, yes.
Oh, God.
So
Is salad cream fireproof?
he's a basilisk.
Okay. repeat question.
Do you know anything about basilisks?
Oh fuck!
Yeah,
Did
fucking
it
idiot.
hatch?
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
Tom, you were there.
2 seconds ago.
You were there, Tom.
What?
Andy has been
Name
riding
him,
for
I'm
the
pretty
rap.
sure.
No,
Cut dog.
Tom wasn't
Bas-
there when Talacream was.
Oh, did
Oh,
you?
no.
Were you not?
But he has
no.
been here since it's been
Yeah,
discussed.
he has.
Yeah.
He just has
Yeah,
to pay
okay,
attention.
I
yeah.
know.
alright.
Last week I was here, and
Yeah.
no one mentioned anything about salad cream or basilisks.
No, Talacream is the basilisk. The basilisk.
I know.
is called
That's the
Talacream.
same point.
Oh dear.
Yeah.
Right, I'm just
Do you-
making
do
some
you-
notes
Do you,
here.
do you remember an egg?
I remember the egg, and I remember it got
an
born
egg.
on a.
Egg.
Yeah, an egg was born
Egg.
and became.
An egg
Talacream the
doesn't get
basilisk.
born.
Hatches.
An egg hatched.
No, it was at egg.
What
At
do you
egg.
do?
An egg hatched and became Talacreem the basilisk.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
it's big for a
Because of-
baby
because of
basilisk
the-
because it was enlarged.
because
Do
of
you
the
remember
scale.
It's a very large baby basilisk.
If that basilisk makes it to full growth, it will be the size of a fucking
Yeah, you're
city
in-
block.
You're in Godzilla proportions with this
So
thing.
we're all vaguely aware that it's probably going to be like a fucking cataclysm when it grows up. But who
Gonna be
cares?
the death of
Yeah,
us.
we hatched our own big bad.
Today it doesn't matter.
Really
We
did.
literally hatched our own big bad.
Anyway,
And it's gonna. And the best bit is.
I mean, we are the big bad.
Dom's gonna have to run a campaign where the big bad is called Salad Cream.
I am. And I'll be honest with you guys, I've never been happier. Anyway, so Two-Shoed Lou, after the firefighters burst out of the buildings, he fires off his crossbow twice in rapid succession to this one just to the north, which now has just 2 crossbow bolts stuck in it. It doesn't look like it did too much damage, but it did okay. All right, so Nugget, it is your turn.
Well, let's take the fight to this prick.
Alrighty. Would you like to rage?
I would like to rage, yes.
Would like to rage. All right, give us a rage, please.
I would massively rage.
Massive isn't the right adverb there, is it? Or adjective? Because
I
you're
prefer
fine.
it as massively. All right, so you
Yeah.
swing around Cunt's Mall and crash it into the front of the firefighter. It does hit. You do 8 points of damage. You've got one more attack. Yep.
Can I roll for salad cream?
Salad Cream presently doesn't have any real attacks. He's a newly hatched basilisk, but you can try and entice him to attack. I'll allow you to do that.
Come on!
And
Hey.
your second swing also crashes down as well. So doing
You
a
do
further
gesture at the construct.
13 points
Get him.
of damage.
Go on,
Come on!
get him.
Come on!
Oops,
salad
sorry.
cream.
Someone needs to shout it's Saladin time.
It's Saladin time. All right, I'll say as part of your turn, Salad Cream is going to kind of scurry over and
Oh.
stare at the
Do it!
firefighter in front of it with kind of his massive, large, almost puppy dog eyes. And I will
That's fatal.
make it.
He's a basilisk. He will turn that thing to stone.
But to be fair, the golem is the thingy, not golem. The firefighter is already largely made out of stone, wood, bits of rope. So unfortunately, the Salad Cream kind of gives it his big eyes. You see almost kind of a strange purple energy coming off of him, and the golem is completely unaffected. Anything else for you, Andy?
No.
Court, your turn.
Court is going to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Can Cord
6.
spend his reaction to trip him up?
If you want Dad to stab you in real life, yes.
I mean, if you want to try,
No, it's fine. I won't.
because you would give me an advantage on the deck saving throw, like an extra 4 on the deck saving throw, which would be hilarious.
But just because you get that, I'm kind of tempted to do it.
All right, Court, go.
So Court is going to then attack him
Yep.
with. First, he's going to.
I will say there is space you could position yourself to try and.
I didn't have enough movement.
Yeah, you wouldn't have enough movement actually. Yeah, never mind. Yep.
So the Deadly Dagger of Donny.
Deadly Dagger of Donny, go. What do we got? It's a 27. That does hit.
And I guessing I gain this sneak attack damage as well.
You do indeed. So how much is that? That is 16 points of damage. You stab into the golem. Now, are you leaving the deadly dagger of Donny behind, or are you
I
keeping it?
am going to leave it behind.
Okay, fair enough then. You leave the deadly dagger of Donny embedded
How
in the firefighter.
long does Basilisk take to grow?
Sam,
minutes.
how much does Call know about basilisks? I'm going to say not enough. All right. As Court swings about his psychic blade now out of his empty hand,
No, not
Uh,
enough.
you are familiar that is probably a basilisk. Maybe some kind of
Maybe.
turtle. A weird looking turtle. Yes. Yeah, it's a turtle. You know that. Right. So you swing about the dagger and do a further, what is that? 12. Oh,
Would get
sorry.
the
Yes,
sneak-
it's only the. Yeah. Okay.
But I then get D4 from the dagger.
Roll
Correct?
me the d4 for the dagger. Yes. An extra 3 points of damage. Very nice. All right. The firefighter in front of you is looking pretty rough. Anything else for you?
No, that's everything. That's action and bonus.
All right. Moving on to Call the Stonk. You're up.
Did somebody call the stock?
Actively,
can you-
people are screaming and running,
Yeah.
which is the same thing. Yes, essentially.
They're
yes.
calling my name, but not for the reasons that they should. Alright, can everyone else see my aura? Probably not, but I'll leave you up to you.
No.
I certainly
That's-
can, and
that's
that's,
a-
all that
you-
counts.
That's a you problem.
That is.
Uh,
All right.
Cole
You
is gonna
run
take
towards the
A few
firefighter.
strides up, and look at the firefighter. Give
Mhm.
him a big bovine grin, and then
I
cleave that
genuinely
bitch.
can't picture a cow.
Big
Grinning.
bovine grin.
Cows noted for their grinning.
Yeah. All right.
Just think
Let's
of-
see
think
it.
of- Think of
As
the
you
tongue.
swing about the death knell halberd. So it's when you kill them that they like.
Yeah.
Explode, right? So on a normal slash, it's just 9 points of damage, or does it get the psychic
Yeah,
damage?
no, the psychic damage. The psychic damage is what emanates from the blade if I kill someone.
Got it. Okay, right. So you swing about and do 9 points of damage. Okay. The firefighter is still standing. Anything else?
I would imagine he would be, to be fair.
Yeah, I mean, you know.
Almost erratic of attacks. I'll do another one.
All right, you swing about again, and this time with a much more confident strike. Embedded in the firefighter's chest, you can see there's kind of a cracking sound, and you can see that a couple of the planks are starting to break on this one, but he's still standing. Anything else?
I will smite that bitch.
You will throw in a smite, so that is 8 more points of damage. Okay, he's definitely looking rough. The kind of radiant power of your own sheer fucking self-belief pulses into the firefighter. It kind of stumbles back briefly, but is still standing. Anything else?
What the fuck is Dandy?
Nah.
All right, it's Ragnar time. They're great. You're
I
up.
would like to rage.
What a twist. Please go for it. You're actually not a tiger.
But I still explode with wild magic.
You still explode. What have you got? So they fly off in a random direction and explode at the end of your turn. So you conjure 1d4 in unoccupied spaces within 30 feet of you. And then they fly 30 feet in a random direction. Oh god, this one is so fucking fiddly.
I know, you
There's
didn't
two of
enjoy it
them.
last time either.
I did not, no. So where do they spawn? Is it just random? Or do you choose where they spawn?
Random. So I could roll 2d8s and compass point it.
Let's go for that. Yeah.
I'd be 2d7, wouldn't it? Because there's
Yeah, roll them then, I suppose. Yeah.
You got it. Dan.
So 7 and 6. So what does that mean? You've got one. If we go clockwise, is that one
One's
going
going
this
north-
way and one
One's
going that way?
northwest. One's
Yeah,
going north
that's that.
west.
yeah.
Okay, and what do? They fly 30 feet. Presumably, when they hit a wall, they stop.
Yeah.
Okay, so this one is going to go here. And this one is going to go, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh, I can't. Why won't you move? Come here. To here, I believe. Is that right?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with that's right.
Yeah.
And
correct.
yep.
Oh, and I've got
Okay,
advantage
cool.
on saving throws until my rage ends.
Oh, lovely.
Nice.
Damn.
One flump circles around your head and grants you advantage. All right, so you're now.
Or
Genuinely, I
just
don't know
half
what
health
flumps
explodes.
are. I'm picturing they're like tiny kittens reverberating
They're-
around
No,
your
a
They're
head.
like
flump is
jellyfish.
No, a
Oh,
flump
even
is like,
better.
A flump is essentially a it's a jelly. A
Can it be
blob.
that Chet Frog thing that Andy sent?
No, it's the what's the oh shit. What are they called? It's just like a little oval shaped blob with little arms.
Oh,
That is
I've
a
just
flump.
googled it. Yeah, okay, yeah. I
They're
see.
adorable. I love them.
They are adorable.
yeah,
Okay,
they're
very
oval
well.
shaped blob
You
with
with your
arms.
adorable jellyfish creatures, Richard, please go for it.
I would like to run forward and attack this man with something that I haven't done before, just swinging an axe.
Swinging an axe? I'm not familiar with this. Please go for it. Yeah,
And I'll do it recklessly because, you know.
of course. Yes, please.
And
I
I'll just do
I want this big scary Viking man to try and claw this like a bag lady.
All right, you haven't added your rage damage to that, by the way.
Oh no, I haven't.
So you
just two.
bring. It's just an extra 4
God
damage. Okay,
damn.
fair enough. You bring about your axe and bring it crashing down the first time, dealing a total of 17 points of damage. It's a good strike. You know what you're doing. You don't get to swing this weapon nearly enough, and it's quite fun. You should do it more. As you decide to do it more and swing it about again, you bring it crashing down on the firefighter, which now just crumples in front of you and is dead. Anything else for you?
Ragnir winks at Call and just says, "That's one for me."
Oh no. All right then. If that's the end of your turn,
Yep.
I'm gonna need Dan and Andy to roll me dex saving throws.
Someone eating crisps.
So you pass.
Bet it's Ed.
No, I finished my crisps. My crisps are
Okay.
empty.
All right. Well, Nugget and Court both pass. Can you roll me 2d8 for the flump damage, please, Richard? Okay, an extra 7 points of damage to this one here. Splendid.
Nice.
All right, it's not dead, but
What
it's
about
taken an extra blow. So,
Salad cream, or is he at range?
Salad Cream is out of range of it. So,
Oh,
Salem,
Oh, thank God.
it is your turn.
Right.
Everything's got to be protect Salad Cream right up until the moment where Salad Cream is the big bad.
Yeah, I just did a little bit of light reading on basilisks, and they are not immune to their own petrifying stare.
They are not.
Ooh.
Have you
Need to
seen
hide
what a
all the
basilisk
mirrors.
does when it hatches?
Destroy all mirrors.
Kills his mum, doesn't it?
mum.
It does.
It tried to
Kills.
kill Andy.
It did. Because
2,
Andy is its mum.
3, 4, 5.
Yep.
Can I hit this guy with Eldritch Blast?
Yeah. I mean, with Eldritch Blast, I think you can hit any of them. So, Eldritch Blast has a really long range.
Nice.
Which one are you hitting, by the way?
Fucking.
This one.
Okay, splendid. All right, you whip about in your tail, think dark thoughts, and a beam of dark necrotic energy bursts out of your forehead, or one of your foreheads, or all of your foreheads. That might make it look funnier.
All of the foreheads.
And crashes into this beastie in front of you. Now, you don't just fire one beam, do you? You fire two at this point?
Yeah.
So can you give me a second roll?
I'll go.
Yeah.
You can
Yes,
cast it on
two.
somebody else or same
No, I'll do
target.
the same one.
Okay, go for it.
Oh, cock.
You conjure another dark bolt from inside your soul and send it crashing into the firefighter, and it does actually hit, despite the fact it was not a very good strike. It does
Oh.
actually hit. Anything
Nice.
else for you, Tom?
That's it. I can't cast any spells. So-
Okay. In that case, Gene, you are.
How's this one look here?
He's pretty beat up.
Alright,
He's crumbling.
Alright, I am gonna.
Actually, can I make armor?
Oh yeah, go for it. Yeah, put your armor on yourself. Yep.
I am going to contort and elongate my spine and do my form of dread.
Okay.
And then, so I get
Yeah,
some
as Gene
extra
starts
hit
to
points.
crack and flex, and suddenly is probably taller than. He's quite significantly taller than Cole now, and looks kind of wrong. All of his proportions break and shift.
I have 12 temporary hit points.
Lovely.
And
do
then
spine
I'm going
breaking.
to Eldritch Blast this one with the dagger in it.
Go for it. Oh, that's a point actually. Yeah, Tom, can you roll me 2d4s?
2d4s.
Yeah, please.
I
forgot about the
can't
dagger.
hear Ed for some reason.
Oh, can you not?
Nope. Can
No.
anyone else hear Ed?
Hear Ed?
Yeah.
No problem. Yeah. Have you muted Ed? Has he wronged you somehow?
Have I done?
He's not muted.
Are you sure?
Have you set his volume all the way to 0?
No, his volume is at 200%.
Testing. Testing.
yeah.
Testing.
I don't understand why I can't hear
He's
Ed.
saying testes. Right?
Testes.
He just keeps saying.
When
it
I'm
as a
looking
cut
on
over and over.
Wait, when I'm looking on Roll20, actually, no, none of you guys' little circles are lighting up either.
That's weird.
I have no idea. Oh,
Might be an Ed problem.
Oh.
Hello.
hello.
Now I can't hear either of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can anybody hear them? Oh dear. Oh,
Yeah, I can hear.
hear who?
On
Can't-
here.
I can't know either now.
Tom and
Yeah,
Ed.
Yeah,
testing.
Oh, Ed.
Oh, there's-
I can hear it
testing.
again.
I
There's
can
an
hear
Ed.
Ed now.
And I
Yeah.
can.
Okay.
Hey, there we go. All right.
We just had to break everything to fix it. Splendid. All right.
Eldritch
Ed,
Blast. Numero
your
uno.
turn.
Fuck.
Ooh. Unfortunately, as you go to cast your Eldritch Blast, the fire, a bit of smoke catches you in the eye, and it instead goes and smashes through a window. You do hear a scream that is cut short all of a sudden.
A story of
Oop.
highs and lows.
Might have
Much
killed
better.
a kid there. As you swing about with your other hand and blast off another finger gun, it goes crashing into the lad in front of you. And that's an extra 1 damage for that. Okay. The golem is still standing, but only technically. It is a complete crumbled shell, but still technically standing. Anything else for you?
No. I like my position more or less. I'm just gonna get to like here, and that'll be my turn.
Okay, splendid. All right, as we advance on to the firefighter's turn, I'm going to start with this one because he's right here, so might as well. He is barely standing, barely functioning, surrounded by fire, and his job is to fight fire. All of a sudden, you hear the golem go, "Fight fire!" and large claws come out of its hands as it swings at you, Nugget.
Mm,
Does a 13 hit?
bear with.
Is his AC
Oh
low?
wait, no, it doesn't. Of course it doesn't.
That doesn't. Okay. Does a 22 hit?
Yes, but
Take. Yep.
danger sense.
That doesn't apply. This isn't a dex save.
Oh,
So take 11 slashing damage. And I have to do a roll here. So. Okay, that is fine. Now the firefighter is going to attempt to step away from you guys, so you can get an attack of opportunity if you'd like.
yeah.
Yep, go for it. Give me a swing. Okay, as it steps away from you, you swing your maul. It's a pretty wide swing. It feels like it's going to miss entirely. You don't get a double attack, but it doesn't matter because you did still just hit with your
Do I not get
with your
double
second
attack from
swing.
raging?
not
Not in a
not for a
reaction.
reaction. Reaction is just a single attack. But your attack still hits and does 13 points of damage, which actually causes the golem, as it's stepping away from you, to just completely crumble into nothing on the floor. Again, it literally, Ed got it to a single hit point.
Damn.
It was really impressive. So, right. And now, as we move on, I'm going to go to this one. So this one is going to start moving. 2, 3, 4, 5. All right, it steps here, just out of range of you, Ragnir. However, as the claws come out of its wrists, and you hear it say "Fight, fire!" You realise that, oh shit, those claws are long enough, and it swings at you. So, does a 15 hit?
Nah.
And does a 13 hit?
Oh, actually, no.
Really thought there might be something there. As two swings of the claws come out, you're able to kind of dodge out of both of them, thinking, I could dodge. I'm not a tiger. I'm not massive. As the other firefighter starts running down. I think there is as far as it gets. So it is out of range, so it is instead going to charge on ahead with its next bit of movement. And it's going to end its turn here. So now it is everybody's best friend, Two Shoes Lou 2. Now he's desperately trying to get away from the fire, so he starts kind of scrabbling away, getting to around here and then seeing the two firefighters in front of him. And he swings about, tries to fire his crossbow and realizes, oh shit, I'm out of bolts, and steps forward and swings with his short sword.
Fucking hobos.
His first swing goes completely wild and misses, but his second one does hit. It doesn't appear to do that much damage, though. But still did some. Two Shoot Lou 2, Electric Boogaloo. Yes, exactly. So that will be Two Shoot Lou 2's turn. Nugget, your turn.
I'm gonna need a bit of healing, but fuck it. I'm gonna go and hit this guy.
Okay, go for it. Let's see some attacks. All right, you run over to this guy. He's threatening Two Shoot Lou 2, and you're quite fond of Two Shoot Lou 2. Maybe more than Two Shoot Lou 1. Who knows? As you swing about your maul, you get two expert strikes on the golem, smashing into its wooden chest plate and hearing something probably expensive cracking. So 17 and 12 points of damage. Excellent. Anything else for you, Nugget?
No.
Okay, Salad Cream is now quite happily attempting to eat the slain first firefighter. Court, your turn.
Trying to take the dagger out of the fallen firefighter, would that be an action?
I'm trying to remember how the rule was we had up there. It's an action for them to pull it out.
Yeah.
I don't believe it's an action for you guys to pull it out. No, yeah, I'll say you can retrieve it for free. We might need to tweak that dagger. It's very strong.
Yeah, you said that, and then we never got around
I
to
say
it.
that every time, and then I don't do it. So either way, you pull the dagger out, and yeah,
Cool.
you've got
And
it
take
again.
a step, take it out, take a step back, and then yeet it at this guy here.
Tell you what, make me a dex save, will you?
I will do that, yeah.
Yeah.
Dexterity save.
Okay, as you go to retrieve the dagger out of there, your hand nearly gets bitten by Salad Cream, but you're able to kind of pull it out the way. You're fine. Anyway, moving on. So you're attacking this one, is it?
The one that's sorry, I've got my character sheet over the map now.
Yeah,
The one that's here.
The south one. Yep, go for it. Let's see some attacks.
So yeet.
Okay, as you throw the deadly dagger of Donnie, you have sneak attack, don't you? Because there's people adjacent to it.
Yes.
So yeah, okay, so that does hit. You embed the dagger nicely in what would probably be its head, but you think it might just be decorative actually. So, and that is 23 damage in total. Very nice, very nice. The firefighter is looking quite badly damaged.
In which case, then I will finish off with a second psychic blade. Yeet.
Yeet. Okay, you fling in a second one that does 8 points of psychic damage. Very good, as your second dagger leaves your hand, materializes embedded in them, and then kind of vanishes away. You think, yeah, that's a good hit. That's a good hit. I know what I'm doing. And that ends your turn, yes, or anything else?
And then I'm going to just move a little bit further away from the burning building, just to go up, say, here.
Around.
Oh,
Okay.
There we
Cool
go.
is just. Okay, cool. Your turn. You casting Thunderous Smite on yourself?
Maybe.
I don't know. This is kind of your call here, buddy.
Maybe.
still not
They
helping.
may be like Tom.
It is. I will say you did get the maximum roll
Oh, I'll take it. Why not?
because you're a
Maybe.
cunt. I mean, yes.
Yeah, Cole's self-belief has made a decision for me, isn't it? If we're honest.
All right. Call as you kind of
move over
ready your
here.
halberd, grab your crotch, remind yourself who you are. You feel yourself crackling with the raw lightning. Your electric personality is powering you.
All
Go
right,
for
I'll
it.
wreck this bitch.
Okay, you bring about the halberd and it comes crashing down for 10 points of slashing damage. And is it additionally the 12? Yeah, so it is
6, 12.
12. Okay, and it must succeed a strength saving throw. I'll be pushed 10 feet away and be knocked prone.
Straight into the guy.
Oh, the DC's 15. It does not make that. So, is it here?
I mean, yes, but I would like to push him into his cohort, but it doesn't make much difference. Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's there.
I'll
I'll
take
say,
it.
and he is knocked prone. So, there it is. Okay, and you've still got another attack.
Does my advantage of being on them if they're prone only work if I'm within 5 feet, or is it just melee attacks?
Isn't it being prone? Hang on.
I can't remember if it's defined as being within 5 feet.
I think it's within 5 feet.
I think
Yeah,
it
I've
might
got
be
a
within
feeling it is
5
too.
feet.
I think
Let me
that's the
just-
wording of it.
I'm just going to check the specifics. So, an attack roll against the creature has advantage if the attacker is within 5 feet of the creature. Otherwise, it has disadvantage.
Oh.
Yeah.
All right, let's fucking execute that bitch.
All right. Let's see it. So, you stand above him and just bring your halberd down, doing an extra 10 points of slashing damage. Excellent. He is not presently dead. Anything else?
Yeah, it's mine.
What a twist. All right, as you kind of
I haven't got
pump
my
in your
I haven't
raw
got my
power of
gong off
smite.
yet.
Okay, I'll say of the two of them, the one that is prone is the healthier one, but like still, I mean they're made of wood. Right, Ragnar, your turn.
I am going to run round the back of Call to here.
Mhm.
I'm going to attack the prone guy first with my big old axe.
Go for it. Let's see some rolls. Okay, so it is 27 obviously does hit, I think, in the circumstances. So you bring it about and it comes crashing down, dealing 12 points of damage. And he's still kicking. He's still kicking.
Well, I'll hit him again then.
And do another 10 points of damage. Desperately, come on, die. There's just quite a lot of it. It's not dying. Anything else for you?
I'll take a step round and then I'll use. Is this an action or a bonus action?
You've got a bonus action left.
It's an action. Don't worry. I'll just stand here.
What the hell have you got that you were lining up to do?
I've got bolstering magic, so I was going to give try and give Salem a spell slot back.
Right.
Ooh.
I'm sure Salem would have appreciated that.
Things, so...
I'm sure that ability will get used a lot. Salem, your turn. There are two of these lads, one prone in front of you.
Okay, I'll attack this one.
The prone one?
The prone one with
Okay, splendid.
Toll the Dead.
Toll the Dead. Oh, okay.
Which
then.
I don't think I've got it in my weapon, in my attacks.
Do you not?
Oh, no, I
Ooh,
do.
dear. Ooh. Okay. I believe this does more damage if they're already wounded, isn't it?
They do. Yes,
are
it's a
most
I think it's a
decidedly
D12.
12. Yeah.
I think it's 2d12 or something at your level.
Yeah.
Is it a wisdom save for that?
I rolled this for the
Yeah.
attack.
Let's have a look. Yes, it is a wisdom save. So it's going to make a wisdom save. It has bad wisdom and even worse rolls. So is that 24? Jesus, what the? Oh my god, you got the maximum damage roll.
Holy
Holy
fuck.
fucking shit. Okay, hang on.
God damn.
do math
That's a
on
fucking
that.
cantrip.
Okay, as Salem bats at a bell on
Jesus.
one of the cat's neck, a deep reverberating sound echoes out, and the golem lying prone in front of him kind of makes an odd cracking noise as you watch as multiple parts of it start to splinter and break. It is a little bit ticking, but not great. Anything else for you, Salem?
That's it.
Okay, Gene, your turn.
Alright, I'm going to stay where I am, and I'm going to fire Eldritch Blast into the one that's standing up.
Okay.
I also forgot. Wait, let me make sure this hits.
It does.
The one, my form of dread, basically, it needs to make a wisdom saving throw or be frightened of me.
Oh, okay. All right then. So you're doing this at the one not prone, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So
14 is the save.
it's a wisdom save, is it?
Yes.
It does not make it. It is now frightened of you.
And
So-
I will make my second Eldritch Blast at it as well.
Okay, excellent. All right. As your second blast comes echoing out and crashes into it. Anything else for you, Gene?
No, that's it for me.
Okay.
Sounds like Ed's being dragged through a busy kitchen backwards.
Which one's the dagger in,
Yeah,
Dan?
It's the one that's not prone. It's got the dagger in it.
Let's see some 2d4 rolls for that one then. I should probably start putting a marker for the dagger.
Oh yeah, that
Sorry,
one's
I
dead.
remember.
Yeah, sorry.
As long as, yeah, cool. I'm going to put responsibility for the dagger on Dan.
Yeah.
Because I'm going to forget.
Yeah.
That's the negative effect of the dagger is you have to remember it. Yeah. Ed, if you can roll me 2d4, please.
2d4, yes. One
Yeah.
sec.
Let's see.
Fucking hell.
Well, you technically did more damage, so...
That's twice this session. he's
I'm
rolled
fairly
that one.
sure I did shit damage when I did it the first time. Yes, I
This-
rolled a 1 the last time I did the Donny dagger.
This does sound familiar, yes. Alright, anything else for you then, Ed?
No, that's it for me.
Okay, that'll end your turn. Now it
Sit
is the
back and watch
turn
the show.
of the creatures, and I have to roll some dice. What have we got? Let's see. Okay. oh dear. So I'm going to start with the one that stood up, and the one that is stood up is going to swing first once at Tushudlu 2. That's not an attack, Dom. What are you doing? Okay,
He
so
has disadvantage if he's in line of sight of the source of his fear.
oh, he is in line of sight of you. So okay, so that misses. And he's going to swing again. And that one does hit. Okay, so the second swing kind of
Tried late.
crashes into Tushudlu 2. Kind of you watch as the blades kind of slash right down the front of him. He seems to be completely fine for a moment. And then you watch as he kind of collapses in two on the floor in front of you.
Wow.
Unfortunately, Tushudlu 2 is dead.
Oh, well, I tried.
Well, take your shoes.
And he has
Yeah, and
absolutely
using them.
no ceremony. The other one that is lying on the floor, however, is attempting to kind of struggle to get up and keeps repeatedly saying, fight, fire, fight, fire. And then something seems to blink out as the golem suddenly says, with fire. Right, I'm going to need... let me just...
Oh no.
You're okay.
Oh, thank God.
Oh, sorry, buddy.
Do I have any cover from the tree?
I'll...
Tree
It's
trunk
okay
is
if
probably
not.
relatively narrow in the bottom.
Yeah, I don't think you really do. So, yeah, I'm going to need everybody apart from Ed to roll me a dexterity saving throw, please.
Ooh. I've got
With a +4.
Dungeon
With a +4 if you're in the circle, so that's everybody but Dan. So, Nugget, you make it. Court, you make it. Call, You do not. Finally,
not.
Rick.
So
Right.
what?
Take 300 fire damage.
Thor stoically takes the pain.
It's the thing. All right.
Uh,
Well, if it's any consolation, Salem, you just make it as well.
No, with a
Splendid.
+4, he's on
Nice.
19.
Oh, with a +4, you very much make it.
Like everybody nailed it, other than me.
Oh yeah, everybody did. And including the golem right next to him, by the way. So
Outrageous.
I haven't rolled damage yet, so
he's got to collect all his dice.
yeah, I gotta find what's the biggest size dice I'm allowed to use, do you reckon? I'm
1,000.
just curious. 1,000, you reckon?
Yeah.
Okay, I have rolled the damage, but I'm just gonna see how much would I roll if I just threw in 1d1000. Let's see.
You're gonna make that public.
Yeah, you know what? Fuck it, I'll roll it publicly.
972.
307. Yeah, so you all take 307 fire damage. No, so the golem explodes with fire that you can't help but thinking is more fire than you guys created, actually. And everybody takes half damage to this, apart from Sam. It's 33 fire damage.
That's fine.
So everybody else takes 16. Call takes 33
Oh, damn.
as it explodes in front of you. And I should note it also completely kills the other one.
I am not doing particularly well for hit points at the minute.
What are you on?
29.
No, maybe you shouldn't
I'm
have burned down
eight.
the town you were at.
29. Yeah.
I'm on 26.
45.
Yeah, it was a big explosion. It was yeah. So with that, all of the firefighters are dead. The town appears to be burning down at quite an accelerated rate. Now, kind of in the area around the firefighter, I'll say you guys kind of move away. I'm going to reset the. I'm going to clear the turn order as we drop combat.
Quick, let's give Lou some CPR, see if we can get him back.
You can run over to the corpse of Two Shoot Lou if you'd like, but fair warning, he's in about 3 or 4 pieces.
Can I get
Yeah.
Salad Cream to give him some CPR?
We've got two halves of Two Shoot Lou 2.
I can just imagine Ragnar just like trying to put them
Oh,
back together.
someone needs to make shoes out of Two Shoe Lou 2.
So it'd be Two
Two
Shoot
Shoot
Lou
Lou
2 shoes.
Two shoes.
Can,
Oh.
I
Mhm.
Cole's gonna pump a cure wounds into Nugget.
All right, let's see that. Okay, Nugget, you regain
8, yeah, boy.
12 hit points as
He'll
Sam
also
continues
take-
with his rigged dice.
He'll also take the full 30 lay on hands for himself because he's a selfish bastard.
I mean,
he's
that
touching
is the
himself.
most in character thing you could do. So yeah, sounds good.
So
Uh,
far,
what-
Cool has jerked off a teammate and is now touching himself. In
To
the
be
same-
fair, like him jerking off another teammate is the least selfish thing he's ever done. So
Yeah.
you know, he
To be
didn't even ask
fair-
for a reach around. So
He didn't murder any children, Cool.
I mean, Cole
We
didn't
don't
kill
know who
anything,
was in
did
this
he?
building.
you
Okay,
did just
who-
burn down
who
a
you-
town, Sam. Please don't
you
try and claim
rephrase that.
moral high ground.
He didn't knowingly murder any children.
That's not better.
He's not
Uh,
he doesn't discriminate with his.
Okay,
abuse.
as you guys kind of scramble your way out of town, as the whole area kind of burns down, you make it to the other side of the river. I don't have art for the burnt down town because I was like, that probably won't happen for a couple of sessions. So you're returning to
can
just
you-
this, but picture it, but worse.
Can Ragnar, can I have a spell slot?
Yeah, could I
hmm
bolster magic twice on the box of cats, which is just petting?
Okay, how many
And-
times can you do it? So equal
Three.
to your proficiency bonus, and you regain
Oh.
a long rest.
Damn.
That's actually a really,
That's
really
fucking
strong ability for the
awesome.
warlock.
Yeah. So can I do
Wow.
two? Actually,
Yep.
one for all the spellcasters. Actually, Ed, do you need spell slots?
I am not too bad for spell slots, I'll be honest right now.
Okay, 2 for the cat because it's got
Yeah.
none, and
For the
one
cat, definitely.
one for
Yeah.
the ranking cat.
So you
And Cole doesn't have many as either.
So roll 3d3.
Yeah, it does say for 10 minutes. Is it?
It's separate.
Yeah,
Option.
they're separate bits.
Oh,
they're
I
not
see. They're separate things.
super
Okay,
well-defined.
so roll some d3s, I suppose. Yes. Wow. So a third level, a second level, and a third level.
Pretty good.
Can I fill a spell
Yeah.
slot higher than the one I have? Because I can upcast that shit.
This says you get that level or lower.
Yeah, but what if I want it higher?
I only have
no.
third level spell
It
slots.
says the creature's
you can-
choice.
I think you
Yeah.
can only get spell slots.
The
that you
number
can
rolled or
handle.
lower, Sam.
Yeah,
You get to
creature-
choose that number or a lower one. You can't just have
Yeah.
a higher one because you asked nicely.
No, but he rolled a 3, so I can't have a third level spell slot.
'Cause I
So,
need
yeah,
it.
You don't have one.
You can't handle
Yeah,
third
you
level
can't-
spell
you
slots.
You can't have a third level spell slot.
Because it says you have to regain the space slot.
It's
and if
regaining, not generating a new one. I appreciate the attempt. I do, but I'm not going to
Cool.
allow it.
Cole believes it's possible.
All right.
It is
As
a
you
real
all kind
shame
of
I'll never use that in combat.
no, probably not. As you all stagger your way out of the second time burnt down town of Brimhaven,
He believes it's possible, but doesn't believe hard enough.
you start hearing something in the distance. Can somebody make a perception roll?
Cole doesn't have this, but he'll try.
Sure, why not? I'll try.
Let's see if any of you get it. Ah, Salem, excellent. That's good enough.
Fucking hell!
Gene, you've got a finger in your ear trying to dig out what happened to that spider that you saw the other day. Salem, you kind of start to hear what sounds like a faint bell ringing or something, and you kind of have a glance across. Nope, nobody's ringing the cat bell. Okay, and as you guys can kind of see in the docks, you can start to see lights appearing out at sea as what it sounds like a bell ringing to signify the approach of an oncoming ship. And we will leave it there. Because you guys have burnt down my town.
Fucking good, like of good.
Tushu Lu to pitch
No,
the
well-
idea first.
Yeah, it wasn't our plan.
He pitched burning down the crops. You guys went, why not the town?
Yeah, I did wonder because you said crops and then you yeeted it and it landed on the roof and I was like, oh, that's not good. And then Sam was like, excellent, I'll throw another one. And I was like, oh, okay, we got a different route here.
Nah, it's more. it was
Everything
more
about this
I
session went
said-
the opposite way I planned.
I was like, oh yeah, I'll throw it into the nearest field, and Don was like, you don't reach the nearest field, and I was like, oh, Cole doesn't really care. He's
But I
he's
reached the
let-
nearest house, right?
he just lean into it and keep throwing torches.
Yeah. So you've now
Also,
rendered
I've-
the people of Brimhaven, I believe, twice homeless is probably
Yeah.
the technical name.
Can I quickly just as a
Taken to
note,
the seas.
Yep.
take the knife back out of the fallen thing?
Yeah,
just as-
make sure that you've got it. Yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Also,
no worries
I'm
at all.
taking great pleasure in the fact that I've just realised that Good League of could abbreviates to GLOG. Which is
It
way
does,
less,
yeah.
way less cool than Tilo.
I have so many things that are just called like glog X, glog Y. So I'll say as you leave the town, it kind of starts to rain. It doesn't seem like a natural rain. You suspect this might be some kind of magical conjured rain to put out the fire. And you think, who would conjure rain? Who would go to all the trouble of changing the weather to put out a fire in a homeless camp? That just seems fucking weird. As you spot in the distance this Good League of Good ship. There you go.
Oh, look at it.
Like Ed's
Oh,
white.
that's a fucking.
It's a trireme, motherfuckers.
What's with the fucking guy strapped to the mast?
Do you know it's the story of the
luck,
guy
I
strapped
know,
to the mast?
I know
Yeah, yeah.
that, but
Yeah.
why is it on the artwork?
Because of the
Maybe the
sirens,
Good League
man.
of Good are up to that. Who knows? You don't know what they're
Or
into.
maybe artwork's hard to find.
Artwork is really hard to find.
It is hard to find.
Yep.
Do you know how hard it is to find good D&D art of a fucking trireme? Why did I think, yeah, trireme will be fun? That's a cool art.
You
We
should
don't
just
see
got-
enough triremes.
you
They
just
also
got all those
hide
yellow-
people.
Let me ask you a DM question. Did you do that because you had a cool map for a trireme?
I refuse to answer that question. Shut your whore mouth.
I know the fucking answer to that.
As soon as you said it, I was like, "There's only one reason you'd like tie us."
Alright,
off
look, I'm
that
really
bullshit."
pleased with this. Look at this fucking shit. Anyway, back to the art.
What did you say, Andy?
The yellow dinghy. Good bloke.
Fair.
Yes.
Yeah.
Thanks for your input.
Look, it's the good legal. It's the good league of
Good.
evil. Good league of good, and their kids, so Dan can kill them.
I think now I've killed less children than Cole has. That's a dingy. I can't draw.
That's because
Um,
Cole hasn't seen all the kids he's killed.
Yeah, they're Schrodinger's kids.
Oh, that feels so much worse.
Schrodinger's
Oh, dear.
innocent bystander. Just because
Alright.
you didn't see it die doesn't mean they're not dead.
So you have successfully recruited Four-Toed Ted to your group.
Yep.
Who will meet you tomorrow with as much gunpowder as he can. The Good League of Good is now
Not gonna be
arriving
a lot.
to try and rectify the situation. And you've burned down Brimhaven, and two Two-Shoed Lou 2s have died. Or two Two-Shoed Lous have died this session.
I've been naming him New Two-Shoed Lou in my notes.
Well, the former new Two-Shoed Lou. Because he got cut in half.
The gangster formerly known as Two-Shoed Lou.
Which one?
Yeah, Two-Shoed Lou 2.
And to be clear, did you take his shoes?
Yes,
Yeah.
Okay, good.
that was
Just
the
had
first
to
thing
check.
Andy.
Yeah.
That was the first thing Andy
That was
said.
it.
It was
It was on
immediately,
that.
as Andy said. Yeah, exactly. So good. Excellent. Fucking. Oh. Peek behind the curtain as well. The encounter with Four-Toed Ted. I had a whole combat thing ready for that to go if you guys were going to fight him, and then when you
I
return
love the
to
fact
town.
that Dom fully anticipated that we'd start that combat, and we didn't.
Oh yeah. So I was literally moving your tokens around to start the fight, and then you were like, "Why not peace?" And I was like, "You pricks!" So
Yeah, I weirdly chose the evil campaign to make a character who's really good at talking.
See, Cole's really good at
Oh,
talking. He just chooses to talk his way into a fight.
I'm realizing with Gene though, he's good at intimidation, but he's really good at persuasion and deception. So I need to steer more into that if ever possible.
Yeah.
Yeah, see,
Yeah.
Cole is equally good at both with a +7.
Yeah. No, the lowest I can roll with persuasion or intimidation is a 19.
Jesus
What?
Christ.
That's +18.
I only have a 3 to charisma right now as well. So that's only going to get better.
How is it
Right.
that high?
I've got to go, so we'll catch you guys later.
Bullshit, that's how.
Ciao.
Yeah.
See
Yeah.
you later.
But
My persuasion is very low.
Yeah, it's
I
the
can't.
reason I multi-classed. I'll be completely honest. It's the only reason I
I
multi-classed.
can't go over the charisma save. It's a +11, +4. What do you even make a charisma save against?
Like charm checks, typically a charisma.
Wasn't it? No, isn't it wisdom?
Oh, yeah.